Wow.
Wow. That's fun. I may or may not have accidentally hit the end stream button.
That was dumb.
Yeah, that's fun.
Paulo looks like he inherited Prince's entire wardrobe.
That's fun. I just shut down the stream. I got it back up, but it's not the point.
Houston fans are literally dying right now knowing they created away Christian Wood, thinking they were getting Paulo. Not happening. So we have Banchero, Jalen Suggs, Franz, Cole Anthony.
And Wendell Carter.
Yeah. Markel Fultz still playing?
Markel Fultz is still playing.
Has he played?
Somebody
check on Scooter Magruder.
I know, right?
Advanced skills and explosive power in this draft. Orlando clearly thinks that Banchero is the best player in this draft. He was the best player on a team that had 5 NBA players in the starting lineup. And Paolo Banchero led Duke to a win over Gonzaga early in the season.
Paolo Banchero, number 1 overall.
Houston fans are officially having a meltdown, thinking they were getting Paulo.
He can shoot it from the perimeter. He can isolate in the mid-post on the elbow. I think he can get better as a defense.
Go check in on Houston Twitter.
His pick and roll defense is in the 97th percentile on pick and roll handle.
Absolutely. And when you look at his player comp, he's a combination of.
I like what Paolo could do here. I think Orlando was in more need of a stretch big, but I do like what I think Paolo Banchero is going to be. I know I talked about it how I don't think there isn't that much franchise-changing talent in this draft, but Paolo Banchero certainly can do that, and especially with the Orlando Magic, who already have a solid young core. I like what I see here.
Jabari Smith did not work out for Houston in pre-draft workouts.
I think Jabari Smith's going right here to OKC.
You don't think it's gonna be Chet?
No. I said Chet would fall to 3.
What was you still saying? Nope, Shams is saying.
Yeah, Shams just said it.
How does it compare to what you dreamed?
Don't say it, but like.
I don't even know what to say. I can't believe what just happened. Honestly, I never would have thought that this would happen. You know, I wanted to be in the NBA, but.
Welcome back, and I apologize for what I did. I did not mean to shut down that stream. And you know what? That mistake was not nice. Oh, Coach K. Go to Coach K appearance.
And the commitment you've made. You are, I think, the most
Houston fans are saying that they have plenty of places to eat for Chet to gain weight. I think they're going to be pretty disappointed because, yeah, they're not getting Chet either.
That means Jabari Smith is going to Houston.
But Jabari Smith did not work out for Houston.
Doesn't matter.
Do you think they'll take him, or do you think they'll go Keegan?
Yeah, no, they'll go raw talent.
Just being away from home, being so far from home, like he was there for me.
Because they traded away their big, so they're not going to not draft another big.
Let me know when I was doing well. He was always there. He's the greatest coach I ever had.
Before that was Coach K, that was your mom, Rondo, who has joined us this evening. But we gotta go back upstairs. Congratulations.
Pick is in.
If anybody wants to watch a pure meltdown, just look up Rocket's Twitter right now.
Rocket's Twitter is Rocket Twitter in shambles?
Rocket Twitter is in shambles. Literally, one of the tweets right now saying, "Are those other guys good?"
What a moment for him and his family. But look, I mean, Duke, they have a little bit of experience going #1 overall. He joins a very elite list of #1 picks: Elton Brand, Kyrie Irving, and Zion Williamson as Duke players.
Another Duke guy goes #1. Coach K doing what he does best.
This is a hot take. It says, imagine being a Rockets fan and Jabari Smith falling into your hands at 3 reminds me of Tatum falling to the Celtics at 3.
I do know who the pick is. Shams has confirmed who it is. I won't say, but I do know. So
not a surprise.
I think it kind of is.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised we haven't. I'm kind of waiting for a trade, man. I don't know.
It's just about getting drafted and getting your foot in the door. Like, you know, when you think about it, it's a dream come true. And I know some guys may not get picked.
Justin said checks Houston Twitter.
It's about getting in.
I want to see what Houston Twitter is. But
I do love the pettiness of the Spurs fans right now who are super happy that Paulo is not a Rocket.
I am happy that Paulo is not a Rocket, but I know what that means. We got 2 more people in. Jack, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. And Oklahoma City's pick is about to be announced.
With the second pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select
Chet Holmgren.
I mean, that was a given. Duh.
Chet Holmgren, a guy who I think is not built for the NBA, goes number 2. And that means that Jabari Smith is possibly going to be going at 3 to the Houston Rockets.
Now let's start the speculation. Do we get a trade at 4? Because everybody knows.
I do think we get a trade at.
Is the Kings.
Chances Dallas trades in the first round. You guys do have a first round pick. Oh wait, no, you guys gave up 26 for Christian Wood. I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, you guys aren't really looking to add much right now because I mean, I do not think this draft class is very in depth. It is a top 10 heavy draft class, and it is very top 10, top 3 heavy. Once we get out of these like top 10 picks, there's not really much that is going to be happening. I think there are still some few like hidden gems. I think Nikola Jovic could be one. Jalen Williams out of Arkansas. Those are 2 guys I really look for falling into the late first round, early second round. So I mean,
Chet Holmgren playing next to Russell Westbrook is going to be interesting.
so
Yeah, I said it.
I think. I don't know if Dallas would trade up. It's just I feel like they're kind of going to be one of the quieter teams tonight. So
And you have to consider the fact that Chet Holmgren is going to be playing with, let's see here, at the end of his rookie contract, is going to be playing with Sam Presti's 37 first-round picks. So
see, here's the thing: OKC trying to build through the draft. And something I talked about last night was, is building through the draft easier, a better strategy than what it seems like? Because here's the thing: building through the draft has been proven to win sometimes, but has not proven to win.
What I'm saying is it's going to be Chet Holmgren, SGA, Russell Westbrook, and about 27 future ninth graders right now.
27 future ninth graders.
Yeah, like the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder are all in ninth grade this year.
Auburn Jabari Smith is the top Houston's draft board at 3.
Well, who else are they going to pick? I mean, come on.
Oh no, they're gonna go for Jabari here because I mean they traded away what's his name? I get it. Chet Holmgren may be a guy. Chet Holmgren. I'm not saying Chet Holmgren is bad at basketball. I don't think he's bad at basketball by any means. But I just don't think he is NBA ready by any means. I don't see him. I don't see his body holding through 82 games.
He's like the exact opposite of Zion.
Right?
Like, if there was some sort of transplant program to take half of Zion and put it on Chet, it could be a good deal. But it's going to be the same effects. They're both going to be broken.
I feel like there's about to be a trade.
You know what? They need Jabari Smith Jr. I think you have a
Orlando did not have a formal workout or meeting with Paulo. That tells you how big they were on him.
If you're taking a guy who you didn't even have a workout with, that shows the amount of confidence that you have in that guy. I think Jabari Smith might not be a bad fit for these Rockets, though. I think
Everybody's like, watch Houston about to draft Jaden Ivey.
No, they're not drafting Jaden Ivey.
And they're getting a number 1 pick. I mean, there are 3 number 1 picks in this draft. If Oklahoma City had the number 1 pick, I think they would have taken over at number 1. And clearly Orlando got who they wanted. And Houston's going to get...
Somebody has a fake Woj account that's verified. And it says the Nets and the Knicks have agreed to trade Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Alex Burks, and Evan Fournier. The 11th pick in a projected 2023.
Well, I don't think I'm the only one. I mean, he's an elite jump shooter. And a guy who's 6'10".
Shams is saying.
Sam's is saying Jabari Smith, and we're not surprised about that.
Yeah. How did you manage to get a verified account that wasn't the Woj? But it's still the Woj.
Hour and a half before practice even started. He goes hard, and he's an excellent defender. You know, oftentimes we say a guy can guard multiple positions. He can really...
I love how all of the Houston fans are all now like, I really wanted Jabari, I just didn't think it was going to
The
happen.
fact that he's an elite jump shooter, shoots 42% from three.
Someone said, I want to see Chet play with Zion. Imagine that. The biggest dude, the heaviest dude, and the lightest dude on the court at the same time.
Okay,
See what happens.
my favorite tweet of the night so far. Hang on, I'm going to find it.
I'm getting reports that Sacramento remains active in trade conversations regarding the number 4 pick.
Yeah.
Pick is in for Houston.
It continues to be a tough conference to play in because in Steven Silas' system, how would you see someone like Jabari Smith fit?
Well, I think it's all about letting them play in the open court.
So, best tweet of the night so far, Molly Morrison. Don't know who you are, but she's verified. She's amazing. Chet Holmgren looks like if Tyler Hero and the food critic from Ratatouille had a baby. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Twitter. I retweeted it, but it's amazing.
Our Twitter handles are at TyShiC808, at Shoni_Nicole, and my Tytalkssports account is at Tytalkssports6.
But seriously, go find this tweet because it really does look like Tyler Hero and the food critic from Ratatouille had a baby. And it's probably one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen.
I think I like what I expect to see a couple trades going down in the next minute or so. I want to be surprised.
Pick in the 2022 draft, the Houston Rockets select Jabari Smith Jr. from Auburn University.
That's gonna stink when you've been going into this whole thing thinking you were gonna get drafted number 1, and then you fall number 3.
I was just interested to see. I'm surprised that OKC didn't take him because he really has about the similar style as Kevin Durant, a long, lengthy guy who sorry, I'm reading Twitter. He's he's lengthy, and he can shoot the ball from anywhere. He can handle the rock, and he can also defend very exceptionally. And he just plays physical basketball, and he is very similar to Kevin Durant. And I really thought that's what OKC was going to be going with here. Obviously, they went with Chet, so I mean... But I like what Jabari Smith could potentially do in Houston, as they're going to pair him next to Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Deshaun Tate, Alfred Seguin. I think Houston has a great amount of young talent that could potentially be making jumps. Kings did not do what I was expecting.
Don't worry, they'll trade him away before the trade deadline next year.
No. Sacramento is now on the clock, and I'm honestly surprised that this was I've heard what has gone down, but I'm kind of surprised that this is what the move was.
Really? I think that was the predicted for. Just so we're clear, Shams is literally
Shams always does.
On every tweet tonight. The only one that Woj beat Shams on was when he released his list this morning, and it was wrong. Per source. I wonder if his source is Shams.
Not what I was expecting.
He is headed to Houston, but a team that is on the clock now is a team that his dad played for in the Sacramento Kings.
Really?
Let's take a little look at what Sacramento has been doing over the last couple of years. They acquired Sabonis from Indiana. That was a huge piece for them. And then they missed the playoffs, right? They have the 16th straight season that they've missed. That's the longest active drought in the NBA currently.
Not what I was expecting here from Sacramento, to be honest.
They introduced head coach.
I think the draft hasn't. I think it's gone kind of how I somewhat expected. But there is some things that I am surprised about.
Sacramento Kings, they're focused on Iowa's Keegan Murray.
Already laughing, knowing Poku and Chet are going to look like Duncan and Robinson at the Summer League. The Thin Towers.
The Thin Towers. The Pistons are exploring opportunities to trade down from 5, but there is a lot of interest that they are still trying to acquire.
Miles Turner.
No, just Jaden Ivey.
Perhaps has the opportunity to select Jaden Ivey or perhaps even trade down.
Alright, I'm going to be honest. I really don't care much about this other than now the Spurs picks. And I want to see where Arkansas player Jalen Williams lands.
I'm here for trades.
That too. Otherwise, I don't really care about the rest of the draft. I'm here purely just to watch everybody else's meltdowns.
If Jaden Ivey is that guy for Detroit, maybe at 5, they've got a steal right there.
Thank you so much. Jay Billis, for those
I've heard a lot of things though that Detroit is also trying to make a push at DeAndre Ayton. So unless DeAndre Ayton opts in, I'm not sure if there's going to be a trade with that tonight. I'm going to be doing just the first round, and honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to do all of it. I think I might just see what happens as it goes on because there's not really much to report on past the first round. I'm not no disrespect to any of all those guys who are being drafted tonight, but there's just not like
Enough interest?
Yeah, there's not enough interest in it.
With the 4th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Keegan Murray from the University of Iowa.
Paulo Montero.
And I'm surprised that the Kings did keep this pick. Because I know there was a lot of talk that they were going to look to trade it for John Collins or win now guys, which is really what they tried to do. But they go Keegan Murray out of Iowa here, which I thought they would be looking to find a guard to pair next to Jaden Ivey. Woj got one. So, Keegan Murray, I think he can be a really great co-star next to Fox and Sabonis, but the problem is it's the Kings, and they always... you don't know what to expect when you're talking about the Sacramento Kings here. So, who's next? Detroit.
Whoa. Somebody just said Chet is a great value Kristaps Porzingis.
A great value, Kristaps Porzingis.
Sacramento Kings ruin everything.
No trades yet. I was expecting one of them to be right here, but surprised. I think Jaden Ivey goes here. I think, who has 6? Pacers. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pacers end up making a move. I wouldn't be surprised if they flipped Miles Turner or if they flipped Malcolm Brogdon. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see them take Shane Sharp to put next to Tyrese Halliburton. I do like what Keegan Murray does. I like his size. I like his versatility, and he's a shot creator. He can play with the big boys, and I really like to see what's going to happen with him in that Sacramento system. I think he could be a guy who could be making a run at the Rookie of the Year race, in my opinion. I think him, I think Jaden Ivey, and I think Jabari Smith and Paolo are all going to be guys we really keep our eyes on for quite a while this season, and potentially be the guys who are in the Rookie of the Year finals. So, I'm not going to be surprised if Detroit does make a move here. because I know that they're a team who's trying to do a lot as well. They just traded Jeremy Grant, which means that they're freeing up cap space to go after someone this offseason, whether that be DeAndre Ayton, whether that be through trade acquisitions. They're trying to get somebody. So I would be surprised that the 5 pick is moved for some younger uprising talent right here. I'm interested to see where this goes. Because they could take a forward, or they could take another guard paired next to Cade Cunningham, but they do have some guards. They have a Killian Hayes, but they're looking for probably a more versatile forward, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a jump and took AJ Griffin right here out of Duke to fill that forward spot and have a little of a bigger forward. Sadiq Bey is on that team as well, but I think they have a very young team that could develop. Obviously, when you've got Cade and you got some young talent around him, there's a lot to expect. But there we so.
Report it, bro. Break the story. Jay Ivy's going to 5.
Along with their pick here.
Absolutely, and I think the guy
No trade still.
Stood out to me is Ivy, right? You can see him pairing up alongside Cade Cunningham. The great thing about Cade is that he's really that point forward type player.
I like that pick, and I like what Detroit's about to do with this pick right here. I really do like what Detroit is doing and bringing in help just to help Cade Cunningham and start developing that roster more. What I think about the Kyrie, I think if he's going anywhere, he's going to end up in the Lakers, and I think Russell Westbrook's going to be a swap. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kyrie opt in just so the salaries could match, and for it makes the most sense. There's not really many teams who can offer up a haul like that, and there's not many teams who could offer up a haul for Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant is going to possibly be on the move as well. If one of them leaves, both of them leaves. And so I do expect to see the trade that does make the most sense is for Kyrie to end up in LA back with LeBron James, because they can give up that Russell Westbrook salary. I think the Lakers would have to give up a first-round pick just to get rid of that $44 million. And the thing about that is when you give up $44 million and then you also give up Russell Westbrook, a guy who had quite possibly the worst season of his career, that's a lot to take in. So it just makes it better for the Nets to get a first-round pick out of that deal. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. I expect Kyrie to opt in to his player option, and then they will seek out a trade. Because the problem is no sign-in trades can take place, because restricted free agents can't do anything. Unrestricted free agents can't do anything, obviously, till the 30th. So that's what I expect. I wouldn't be surprised to see an opt-in, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he decides to just say, I'm going to walk and choose where I want to go. And with the 5th pick, Detroit just selects Jay and Ivy.
Hey, hold up. Have you noticed that
What?
they're not playing the State Farm song?
You're right. Maybe Twitter got so mad that they changed it. So multiple sources on Twitter, and great reliable sources, were saying that the NBA was not going to do their normal ringing, like the bell, because it was going to be the State Farm theme. But it has not, and everyone was super like, this is ugly. And as my mom just pointed out, they haven't been playing it. Yeah, Jaden Ivey to Detroit. I think him and Cade Cunningham could be nice. And if they do manage to bring in DeAndre Ayton, that's not a bad team at all by any means whatsoever. So, Indiana now on the clock. I know I've been saying it every pick, but I'm not going to be surprised if there's a trade that's about to go down here in the next couple minutes.
Some of those moments we were mentoring
I like what Jaden Ivey brings. I think he's very versatile. He's a do-it-all guard, not a good finisher, but a great finisher. I think I really see a lot of Ja Morant when I look at Jaden Ivey. And I think he is one of those few players in this draft class who is franchise-changing talent. He's got a heck of a bag. I like his versatility. I like the quickness that he brings. I like, as the TV is saying right now, how explosive he is. And that's what really reminds me of Ja Morant. And I think he has that type of skill set. He is a one heck of a finishing guard. And there it is right now, Ja Morant as the comparison. And I've been saying that for weeks now. And I think Jaden Ivey could really be a stud in this draft. I think the fact that Sacramento didn't take him, I was a little interested about that. But I do have a lot of guards. And they weren't, I don't think Sacramento was looking to add to that with Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox. Like, those are two guys right there that they're really, Tyrese Halliburton's gone. I'm stupid. I don't know, like, that makes sense. It would have made sense then for the Sacramento Kings to take Jaden Ivey, but they were set on Keegan Murray, but I don't have problems with him either. So pick is in. Pick is in.
I'm really surprised there's been no trade yet.
I know.
It's been the most underwhelming draft so far.
And all teams were saying, they all gave Woj the same message to really expect a lot of trades. There has been one trade today. There's been talks, but there has not been anything so far. And we really expected some of those league-changing trades. And if it doesn't live up to that, it's gonna be a little unfortunate, to be honest. Jalen Duren has now moved up on Jay Bilas' best list available over Johnny Davis, which would, I think he'd fall right to us. I don't want us taking Ushame Dang. I'm not saying I don't like him, but for the Spurs, I want us to go best talent available, but also best fit, and Jalen Duren really provides that.
Nope.
The Knicks are in pursuit of acquiring Jaden Ivey.
Like Jaden Ivey, who was just selected.
Jaden Ivey, who was just selected.
Interesting.
The Knicks are always a team who are always trying to improve in trade talks, and
they end up being trash.
yeah, and then they end up doing nothing. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ben Mathurin taken here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Shaden Sharp taken here as well, as the commissioner's on stage. So let's see what it is.
Wow. I guess somebody yelled at Shams and Woj because they didn't actually tweet it.
Indiana Pacers select Benedict
Ben Mathurin.
from Montreal, the NBA Academy Latin America, and the University of Arizona.
I like what they could do here, but does that signify them keeping Malcolm Brogdon? Because I know that they're talking a lot about trading him. I know that they were looking to move him and they were looking to move Miles Turner. But this is an interesting pairing. Because this is the team who has Tyrese Halliburton. So a Halliburton-Mathurin duo it's nice. I think it's very nice. Mathurin was the the Pac-12 Player of the Year. I mean, 37% from beyond the arc, and that's what the NBA is about, shooting that three ball and letting it fly. 17.7 and 5.6 rebounds. I mean, hey, kid's solid. I think he has a lot to provide. I think he has some of the most upside in this draft, and I really like to see what Mathurin can do in a very young Pacers team. Very young. Portland now on the clock. I wouldn't be surprised if this is where the first trade goes down, because I have heard that the Blazers were trying to trade 7 for OG Anunoby. I am getting reports that the Knicks are trying to pursue Jaden Ivey. So what will the package for Jaden Ivey look like? I'm not sure. I think that could be centered around maybe Emmanuel Quickly. I think it could include. It's not going to include RJ Barrett, and I'd stand by that. I think it has to be something around Emmanuel Quickly and maybe the Knicks' first-round pick. I'm not sure. I mean, they're talking about OG Anunoby right now in comparison to Ben Mathurin. So Portland is looking to trade, but I'm interested to see what they're going to do here, because still no moves have been made. No trades, which is unfortunate.
Okay. Poll for the crowd.
Huh?
Is it a bad thing for players to cry when their name gets called?
No.
Like, somebody's actually like freaking out saying, I'm turning this off, these guys are babies. I'm like, that's raw emotion. Like, your whole life just changed. I can't even imagine what it would be like to hear your name called, to go play professional sports, something you've dreamed of your whole life. Like, I don't even think you can possibly control that raw emotion. Like, that's just, like, calm down.
They worked like,
Snickers.
some have worked 18 years, some have worked like for 20 years, and then this is what they've lived up for.
Yeah.
I don't know if Julius Randle will be centered around that deal, because, I mean, it could. But I don't think that Detroit would be willing to take Julius Erving's contract.
Shaden Sharp at 7.
I don't think Detroit would be willing to take that contract because they're looking to bring in DeAndre Ayton. And they just traded away Jeremy Grant, who is also kind of on the same level of pay as Julius Randle. So I don't see that. I wouldn't see that. That's my opinion. I don't think I'd see that being a centerpiece in a Jaden Ivey trade to New York. I just think they would be centered around Julius Randle just due to salary cap and what Detroit is looking for in a different move. Spurs are up in just about 2 picks, and after this we have the Pelicans, and then it's us, and I'm scared.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp's probably off the board.
Well, duh.
So who does that leave us?
Jalen Duren or Johnny Davis?
I think it's gonna be James from New Zealand.
No, I think the Pelicans will take James.
Here we go, Spurs fans, let's unite. We will not criticize the pick. We will not criticize the pick.
Oh, we're gonna criticize the
No,
pick.
because what did we do last year? We were like, who is Primo? He's a baby. And like, Primo was like the future. We will not criticize the pick. Say it together. We will
I don't
not
want us to
criticize
go.
the pick.
I don't want us to go with a guard though. If we were gonna,
we need a big.
if we were gonna go with a guard, any teams with 2 first-round picks. The Spurs have 3 first-round picks. Oklahoma City has 2 first-round picks, 2 and 12. I don't know about much else who has multiple first-round picks. These commercials are in the way right now, so it would tell me what the draft is looking like, but it's not telling me. Pick is in. Pick is in.
Now in a convenient twin pack. Just snap it, peel it, pop it, and chop it with a built-in chopper. Find out why one taste is all it takes.
So we have 3. The Rockets have 3. The Thunder have 2. The Hornets have 2. The Grizzlies have 2. The Nuggets have 2.
I knew Hornets had 2 because I remember they were saying that they were trying to move one of them.
Yes.
I think. Oh, this. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to look. The best available is going by too fast, and I want to see what the top is because I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see New Orleans go Dyson Daniels at 8.
With the 7th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Shaden Sharp from London, Ontario, and the University of Kentucky.
I think this is nice. I feel like it's the replacement for CJ McCollum.
two Canadians go back to back. Shane Sharp, though.
I'm gonna spell his name.
Journey. Allow me to introduce Shane Sharp because the 19-year-old, he's been this season's true man of mystery. He's international. He's from London.
I think this is gonna be a good fit. I think he's a dog, man. I like what he has. I mean, at the Nike EYBL, I mean, 22.6 points per game, 5.8 rebounds. Like, Shaedon Sharpe, I think, is going to be if he develops as people expect him to, I think he could be a great replacement for CJ McCollum. And I mean great. I think he has...
Pacers already have their pick in. Oh, no, this is their pick, right?
Yeah, no, it's the Pelicans.
Exactly who are we getting? We can see him there taking it.
I think Shaedon Sharpe has quite possibly the most upside in this draft.
Commissioner Adam Silver, but I mentioned that he's a man of mystery, Jay. Kentucky fans hadn't seen him play in a game, so who exactly are the Trailblazers getting?
I mean, they're looking for Portland is looking, as I said, to replace that McCollum, and he is a shot creator. I mean, he's got a bag, and I've liked him a lot. I like what he has done in Kentucky, and I think he definitely could have been one of the guys who teams were willing to take a big chance on him. That's what I said would happen.
No, but now that I'm like, who are we taking? Anybody who's been watching Spurs Twitter lately knows that there was a call yesterday while Brian Wright was doing a presser, or 2 days ago.
I'm not going to look at my phone when we pick. I'm just not. I'm going to put my phone down for the Spurs pick.
Okay, I'm just going to melt down back there.
I can't wait to see him play in Portland. So I mentioned that he's from London, but not London.
Lillard is totally going to leave this offseason. There's nothing left for him with the Blazers. The problem is I want Dame to leave, but he doesn't have, he's not an unloyal guy. He's not like Bradley Beal where he's loyal to losing because, I mean, the Blazers have had much success in his time there. Blazers have had lots of success. Yes, they haven't been able to reach the promised land, but it's not like they've ever been terrible. This year they were terrible because
he was injured.
Yes, exactly. There were a lot of injuries.
And then they traded away CJ.
And then they traded away CJ, as she just said. So I mean, this is really one of Dame's
support Oreos
first season where Dame was just like not in a good situation, and now they acquire Jeremy Grant. They might bring back Yusuf Nurkic, Anthony Simons. I think has a lot of potential, and now they bring in Shaedon Sharpe, who has lots of potential. I wouldn't have been surprised if they did trade that pick. So. But, AJ Griffin is available. The pick is in. I think it's either going to be AJ Griffin or Jalen Duren for us.
You know who I think about? I think about Zion Williamson. I mean, like, that's just who we have to think about. Obviously, we didn't see a whole lot of Zion Williamson recently. He's been recovering from that foot injury, Kendrick Perkins. To you,
I like Shaedon Sharpe. I really like what he could bring for the Blazers. Justin said no melting down back there, Mom.
I got emotional support Oreos, 2 of them, right here. Justin, repeat after me. We will not criticize the pick. We will not criticize the pick.
Ready to criticize the pick by all means.
We watched Brandon Ingram take that leap into as a young superstar, and we know what Zion Williamson is capable of doing. If he comes back and he's the Zion that we saw before the injury, they're going to be a real problem in the Western Conference.
See, my biggest thing about the San Antonio Spurs is the problem is they need to either be big winners in free agency, or they need to win this draft.
Both.
Yeah.
We do both. We have cap space. Somebody said today, is Aiden interested in San Antonio? And I said the cap space says yes.
The cap. Because the problem is, every team in the West is getting better. Warriors are coming off a championship. Denver's getting Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back. The Clippers are going to get Kawhi back. Pelicans are going to get Zion back. Blazers added Jeremy Grant. Like, teams in the West are getting better. Houston has young talent. I mean, like, the Spurs need to do something big because while every team in the West is going to get better, the Spurs have not done anything. And it's not their fault. Hang on.
NBA draft. The New Orleans Pelicans select Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, I expected that. Phone down. Put your phone down.
They're not like Shams and Woj quit tweeting.
I know they've been tweeting.
No, they're not. They're not busting the pics.
Used to live in San Antonio. I love that city for sure. I love that city a lot.
We lived there 3 times. 3 times? 2 times? 3 times?
Headed to New Orleans.
Justin says he will not criticize the pick.
We will not criticize the pick.
Oh
We're
crap!
down 1.
I gotta stand up. But what was I talking about? I was talking about how it's not the Spurs' fault that they haven't been making any moves lately. I mean, tonight's the draft. Free agency doesn't start till the 30th, so it's not like they have the capability to do the big things that we want them to do as of right now, because they can't. They just can't. It's not their fault, but the Spurs need to have something big in store because, as I said, every team in the West is getting better. I really like this move right here, though, by New Orleans to bring in Dyson Daniels to put in next to CJ McCollum and maybe even mentor him because he's got a bat. And we're on the clock. It's best to
I've already the 2 emotional support Oreo. I haven't even had them yet.
the top 2 are AJ Griffin and Jalen Duren. I really want Jalen Duren. I like what he has.
They're saying Jeremy Sochan.
I don't want Jeremy Schoen.
Sean, is that how you say his name?
Yeah. It's just
Not me hitting refresh every 7 seconds.
don't put your phone
No,
down.
I'm gonna see. That way I know if I have to go to another room and yell.
His defensive jobs, he's ready.
There still have yet to be a trade.
I want to see the defensive stand.
I think if we take Jalen Duren, that really signifies that we're still going to continue to build around DeJounte Murray.
Because DeJounte Murray's not getting traded despite what everybody said. Idiot.
All the offensive firepower that the Pelicans have, this is a pick that they actually needed just to continue to add depth, right? You don't know if a guy's going to get in foul trouble come postseason time because they will be.
I know. You can't.
Alright,
2 more.
We still have enough. I'm not saying that we aren't going to move up. It's not like impossible, but it's just.
I can't believe nobody fleeced the Kings. I'm really disappointed in you, NBA.
I'm still surprised that there has yet to be a trade tonight.
NBA now. So in the last 2 years, we've seen a couple of top 10 guys be drafted through the G League Ignite. Your guy Jalen Green, NBA champion. Put some respect on his name, Jonathan Kuminga, and then now Dyson Daniels.
I need to move. I got sweats. I'm nervous.
Different choices to make. And the idea that you can't develop.
Watch a trade right now. Watch us trade for DeAndre Ayton because he'll opt in and then all of a sudden, yeah.
We just can't draft another guard. Seriously.
What team needs lob catching, shot blocker, and versatile forward? Jalen Duren.
We cannot draft another guard. We cannot draft another guard.
Someone said Spurs take Jalen Williams.
That was
Imagine.
at 20.
Huh?
Jalen Williams.
That's what we want to see at pick 20 or 25. We'll wait for that pick. We'll wait.
Just so
We'll
we're clear, Jalen Williams out of
Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas.
That allowed him to succeed at this level. I know you're a big fan of Jalen Green. What have you
Pistons are keeping Jaden Ivey despite multiple attempts to get him from other teams.
that the G League Ignite or the G League provides?
Well, I think, you're going against Rome, right?
Speak that Jalen Williams pick into existence though for sure.
You're going against guys that's
We will be not that we're not already the biggest Spurs fans, but we will be the biggest Jalen Williams Spurs fans. Jalen with a Y, Williams.
Jalen with a Y, not Jalen with a
J.
L.
Will. Out of Portsmouth, Arkansas.
2 minutes. We still have yet to.
We're still on the clock. Why are we still on the clock?
I know we're still
Why
on
are
the
we
clock. There's about to be a trade or something.
There's nothing that will get you ready like being in the NBA or being somewhere around the NBA. That's the only thing that can.
Why is Drew Holiday tweeting? Trending.
Outsiders used to be seen as the
Get off your phone.
No!
and the development option there is a good one. It's not the only option. College is a
I'm not going to be surprised if we decide to take AJ Griffin here.
DeJounte Murray is trending with 10,000 tweets.
DeJounte is like he's been trending since yesterday.
You're having players catapult out of that right
Oh.
We just did something stupid.
I
If we take Johnny Davis, I might be a little frustrated.
The games a little bit more when they're playing the opponents. Those guys are able to come to the games and watch the other players, and I think that's a great thing too for a lot of guys that's going to the G League out of high school.
Well, we're going to maybe see a couple more guys, especially over the next couple of years, take that path through the G League to the NBA. While we've been chatting, the San Antonio Spurs, they have been on the clock. DeJounte Murray, he's had an incredible...
Now I want to talk about DeJounte, now that he's in trade reports.
9.3 rebounds, 9.2 assists. By the way, all those Kendrick Perkins are career highs. He led the NBA, I didn't know this, he led the NBA with 138 steals, first career All-Star selection. I mean, just an incredible season for him.
We're both scared, bro.
The type of player he needs
Who?
to
Justin.
I just tell him to check his text.
My mom says check your phone. But I mean, pick is in.
Yeah, I already know.
When you look at when you have a point guard like Murray that's willing to not only create for himself but create for others, you need a dynamic roller. You need a live threat at the basket. You need a guy that's going to have your back and be able to anchor the pick and roll. You need a guy that when you get beat off the dribble, he's going to be there to protect the rim and have your back at the rim.
Big Perk rapping for the big. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one.
We have DeJounte, we have Primo, we have Devin, we have Richardson. We don't need a guard, and I guarantee that's what we just did. I guarantee it. We're taking Johnny Davis out of Wisconsin. I know it. We've had our eyes on him for a hot minute. So,
I think Jalen Duren, who we mentioned before from Memphis, is just a man-child. Long arms,
watch us take Ty Washington.
rebound, run.
If we take Ty Washington, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot.
If you're talking about a big guy, we mentioned Mark Williams from Duke, one of the best.
Justin said he's ignoring you.
Rude.
Like,
You're supposed to be the Manu to my Patty. What is going on?
if we take Jalen Duren, I'm going to jump in the pool with my jersey on. Like, I'll jump in the pool with my jersey on if Jalen Duren is the pick. But I don't think it's the pick.
Broken record by the end of the night, but this is such an
Announce the pick!
drafted. On any other given year, some of these guys, they may be drafted even higher than what we're seeing now, correct?
Start Googling our pick.
But you're looking at a bunch of different guys that have different skill sets. So if you're looking for
Anyone who's texting me, I've not checked my phone. I'm not checking my phone until the pick is in. I mean, technically the pick is in, but I'm not checking my phone until the pick is announced.
Like they're already like Shams is already tweeting number 10.
Silver is here to tell us who it is.
It's gonna be Johnny Davis.
With the 9th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jeremy Sohan from Milton Keynes.
He's a forward. 6'9", 230 pounds.
I'd rather have him than Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis is going to the Wizards. It's already been tweeted by Shams.
I would rather have taken Jalen Duren. We took a sixth man who averaged 9 points and 6 rebounds.
He's apparently the best defensive player in the draft, is what they're saying. His field goal percentage is 47%.
Of course we took a dude who played overseas.
He played Baylor.
He also played overseas.
He's 30% for 3-point.
I mean, we want that to be higher.
Spurs Twitter is not mad about it. I'm just saying.
I'm not as mad about it as I would be if we took other
He said he's
guys.
going to be a solid 4.
If he can improve his 3-point shooting, I mean, he's 6'10", 230.
Sohan is another one of these big sort of wings, 6'9", he's got a 7-foot wingspan, and really versatile on both ends of the
They're
floor.
calling him Scotty Barnes Light.
Scotty Barnes Light is what we're calling him.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Barnes is Rookie of the Year.
I literally have only seen one person mad about it. Everybody else is happy about it.
Laterally and obviously north-south. He's got active hands.
Johnny Davis is going to the Wizards.
Really good off the ball as a cutter.
I mean, I like what I see from him. I think he could be versatile. I think he could have an impact on both ends of the floor. I think he can play big.
Says the Baylor freshman was one of the most versatile defenders in the nation. He also has tremendous passing feel and can handle the bar in transition.
We need a versatile 4.
They're saying he's a happy 4. He's a solid 4.
Headed to the Knicks. Spike Lee, what are we doing here? But they're
I'm.
coming up.
They said he's a solid 4.
Coming up shortly, and also in the next segment, Chet.
Justin says his wife saw him play against Tech and he's a pest.
Like defensive pest?
Yeah, I guess so.
Nice.
I'm not frustrated about it. Am I like super excited? No. But I'm like 70-30. I like the upside he has. I like how he can be a very versatile two-way 4. I want that 3 ball though. I want that 3 ball percentage to go up. But if he could be a little bit of a stretch, I'm not opposed to it. Keldon Johnson can finally play the 3 as he's supposed to, because when he's at the 4, it does not work. I hope he doesn't sit on the bench for a while though, because I mean last year it was like Primo would only get chances to play at first whenever like teams, when we had our COVID outbreaks. That's when we finally got to see what he had on the table. I'm hoping we play him a little bit early. I would like to see him early on in the season. I'm excited. I want to see what he does in the summer league. I want to see what he does in preseason.
Okay, so Spurs Twitter is pretty much like 97% on board. Like there's one person who's like mad. Everybody else is pretty much on board.
Yep, they're constantly refreshing.
Especially with him at the 4.
There's a maniac in 6 years old. I'm putting together the greatest team ever. Cole, Valkyrie, the Guardians, and Jane. Yo, let's go. Jane Foster.
I'm not mad about this pick.
You inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work. Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. See your vision clearly, get there decisively. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
The Edge Pizza from Pizza Hut is back.
Alright, now we're gonna speak Jalen Williams into existence.
I want to see trades.
I know, this has low-key been the most boring draft in a minute. No trades. So we're waiting for free agency next week? Is that when it's gonna go down?
No, I
Dogs bring out the good in us. Pedigree brings out the good in them.
We live here in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Been a Nets fan since the early 90s.
Being a black-owned business, our children get to see there's more than one way to be successful.
Michael said I think my boy is safe.
Being black businesses has
Michael said I think my boy is safe.
Who's this boy?
Me.
Oh.
He said I think your boy is safe.
He is no longer on the edge like he was last night.
I was on the edge last night.
Even though I told him multiple times to calm himself and to find Jesus.
Alright, I want some of them Oreos though. Some Oreos sound fire.
I'm telling you, 4 Oreos took my blood pressure and my sugar to a good place. We're good.
And it's double stuff. I gotta update the thing. The pick is already in for Washington, and they were fast on that.
Oh, look, Timmy.
Timmy, greatest power forward of all time. If you say something else, if you disagree, you're wrong. Like respectfully, you're wrong.
You're also an idiot, but that's beside the point.
Take a look at what he can do. And then last, but certainly not least, let's get just a smidge more modern. It's Anthony Davis, 8-time All-Star, 2022.
Can we just congratulate the Spurs on not drafting another guard?
I know. I'm really glad we didn't take another guard. That was what I was worried about the most because I mean we have a lot of guards, and like that's what we needed to not do, and that's what we did.
You know, I'm to start day 1 at the 4th spot.
The 2022 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Johnny Davis from the University
Interesting.
of Wisconsin.
If they're looking to pair him next to Bradley Beal, I'm not sure because Bradley Beal is loyal to losing, so he's ready to stay.
Headed to the Washington Wizards to team up with Bradley Beal
I am not mad about the Spurs pick. I am not. By any means.
He's British.
He's British? I like the versatility that Sean can bring. But I like this pick by here by Johnny Davis, but I'm glad we didn't take a guard, man. Because we're just so stacked up on guard. Now, we're going to eat these double stuffed Oreos real quick while we wait for the Knicks to make their pick. I want to see some trades, though. Can we see some trades, please? What's his Twitter?
So yeah, we need to find our new player's Twitter. We need to find his Instagram. He's British. He says he's going to bring positive energy to the organization and the people of our city. New York is going to pick.
I'm telling you, Shams and boys are still tweeting.
Okay, our boy does not have a Twitter. That's an issue. He's gonna need to get something.
He's probably on Instagram. I'm anxious to see where AJ Griffin's gonna end up falling to.
Somebody said Kyle Kuzma likes Jeremy's hairstyle.
Kyle Kuzma likes Jeremy's hairstyle.
You still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody wants to watch you eat Oreos in the stream. I'm just saying.
We're just waiting for this pick. I am trying to do my research. These are the weird Coco ones. Michael, get off my stream. He says Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan.
We've already discussed that, and that's been proven greatly wrong. So just stop yourself. Find the Lord while you're at it. Because if you believe that, you clearly are listening to false prophets.
False prophets. These are the weird Oreos.
We have located the new Spurs Instagram. How do you say his name?
Jeremy Schoen, I think is how you pronounce it. Oh yeah, hold on. Oh, I apologize.
They're the same ones.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
Bro, what is it?
There's a difference in the cocoa. I don't know. Call me crazy.
That's because you're reading them from Hawaii.
No, these were the same. I tasted. I'm telling you, they're different.
The Knicks are moving. We have a trade. We have a
We
trade.
have a trade. Finally. Hold on. The Knicks are trading with Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City trades up one pick. The Knicks trade down one. And the Knicks will be selecting, or not the Knicks, the Oklahoma City Thunder will be selecting Dang. Usame Dang.
Bro, they're going to have like 8 players who are all 7 foot plus.
With the 11th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Usman Dang.
But they're trading into Oklahoma City.
Yes, it is trading. He is being
The
traded.
Thunder are sending multiple first round picks to New York.
I'm interested to see what the plan is. Multiple firsts.
For Woj.
What other firsts are they giving up? That's what I want to know. Obviously, they gave up 12. So they traded up, and the next traded down. But I'm interested to see what other picks they gave up. Because they only have 2 first-round picks this draft. I think that's the only picks. No, it's not the only picks.
Yes, because they already traded away 1. Oklahoma City had 3. They traded away 1.
So that's the last pick for Oklahoma City, and it's Usame Deng. And it is being reported that multiple first-round picks were included in this deal.
That's from Shams. Or excuse me, from Woj.
Woj. I'm hoping they'll bring him
People
on.
are saying it's their 2067 pick and their 2098 pick. Since you know they basically have the entire first-round draft for like every year after 2030.
Right, shush.
Is headed to Oklahoma City. The Knicks have traded Ousmane Dieng, the French forward who played for the New Zealand Breakers last season, to the Thunder. I'm told that the Knicks will get back multiple first-round picks moving forward, and Oklahoma City is back on the clock at number 12.
Do we hit the Woj bomb?
No.
Malika, talk about some length and how you pair with Jack.
I just want to hit the Woj bomb button.
No. Let's be honest. This dude just got saved. He doesn't play for the Knicks anymore. He's going to Oklahoma City. Not much better, but at least he's not playing for the Knicks.
His length, his passing, this is an upside pick for the Thunder here. When you look
What's his first next pick, 20?
Yeah.
New Zealand, 36% from 3, 51% from
Here we go, trade details. Multiple first rounds. No.
And what he told me was he struggled the first couple months of the season because of.
A new level player describes himself as a citizen of the world. Fits in perfectly with the Spurs mindset.
Comfort level as far as the be out there,
So-
basketball, which he loves, he really flourished. This is an upside pick. And now you
So he's a 4. I want to know how big he is.
Our new player?
No, Dang. I think it'd be a nice fit. If you have a starting lineup of, you say, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Dang, Chet Holmgren, and whoever they're, Dort, if they do manage to bring back Dort, who I am expecting to be on a little bit of a bigger contract, maybe 4 years, $60 million, then that's not bad. They still definitely have some more ways to go, but I think they're going to be okay.
First reaction, what are you first and most looking forward to?
One, get into Oklahoma City.
Just instead of taking a break, I'll be back for 20.
That I'm going to be represented, and then secondly, get into work as soon as I can.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but our
OKC still managed to keep pick 12.
Oklahoma City Thunder, and also he is known for his
No way.
No, that's gonna be a trade down.
No,
I'm
look.
just going to tell you to be ready. I know that
This would be a Knicks pick.
Think about the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a first-class organization.
So, the Oklahoma City Thunder keep pick 12, which means they had 2, 11, and 12.
Sam Presti has put together not only a hell of a facility, but a hell of a staff. And you're going to love it. Just pay attention.
My opinion,
Just listen to
Adrian Griffin.
They're going to guide you in the right direction. I'm going to tell you this.
What do you make of that
Tell you
advice?
that.
Very versatile. He's physical.
When I got to Oklahoma, I was 250.
I think Adrian Griffin would be a very nice fit here in Oklahoma City.
Oh, I just saw who they're taking.
I don't want you to. I promise you I don't. Don't do it.
Oklahoma City's going, okay.
When you're sitting there when the commissioner came out.
Sam Presti. Sam Presti's playing chess. He used some of the first round
My
picks.
name who he's taking?
No. I think it's AJ. I wouldn't be surprised to see AJ Griffin go right here.
Nope.
Obviously, Paulo, a hell of a player. I'm proud of him and I'm happy for him. But when I heard my name, there's nothing but excitement, and I'm ready to get to work.
Yo, I want to ask you.
Not so why.
When did you get the confidence and the swag from? I love it, but like when did
Okay.
when
That
did
means,
you get that you-
guess who we're getting 20.
Okay.
With the Y.
Yeah, I love everything about it.
I'm just,
Thunder, so the Thunder's got 11 and 12.
That's where the State Farm thing comes in. Whenever the pick comes in. Because I heard it.
I'm going to be on TV. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to need to anymore, but at this point, it's like a ritual. You can't break it. So yeah, if he needs a new camcorder, I definitely think I'll be able to get that for him.
Is there a teammate that you're most looking forward to meeting in Oklahoma City?
I'm looking forward to meeting all of them.
Best tweet of the night, right there. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3.
Definitely looking forward to talking to
OKC still has another 3 picks. They have two more firsts. They have the last pick in the first round.
talk about the Thunder, what they are, and what he sees in me, and how we can play together.
Well, we're not exactly your dad in terms of recording you throughout this process, but we do have a little bit of behind the scenes, so just take a look over here.
I think Ochai Okogbe out of Kansas. I think there could be some teams in the mid-first round who are willing to take a chance on him. I like what I see out of him. He is versatile. He can shoot the 3 ball. He's very physical for a 6'6" guard. And I think there's a lot to like in him. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone potentially maybe, I don't know what a lot of this looks. Maybe Cleveland could take a chance on him. I think he'd be a nice forward. I know they have Isaac Okoro, but he's not bad.
Well, if you do, there's some interesting bets that happen in the NBA for players over who gets the number. If someone does, and I don't know off the top of my head, what are you willing to put on the line to get number 34? Okay, don't worry, because we're going to be coming back.
Who has 34 in Oklahoma City right now?
Who has what?
Who has 34 in Oklahoma City right now?
I have no idea.
Oklahoma City, thank you for spending the time.
It's very smart not negotiating against yourself on that.
All right. I'm coming back for the Spurs taking 20.
Okay.
But we're going to get Tari Eaton.
Easton?
Easton.
Tari Easton?
Yep. And then with 25, we're taking Jalen Williams out of Arkansas.
With the 12th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Jalen Williams from Santa Clara University.
He was not predicting.
Michael just said, yo! And he was like, I thought we took our Jalen.
No. I know, like hard stop for a minute.
Williams and his family, the junior guard out of Santa Clara.
I like both Jalen Williams. And I like what they both can do. I think this guy can be very nice.
As he is headed to the Oklahoma City Thunder, he's the first prospect drafted from Santa Clara since Steve Nash was taken 15th overall in the 1996 draft. You can see Steve Nash there. 12 games he played with 20-plus points last season, tied for the second most in the WCC. Hey, that's my alma mater. What do you see in those games, Jay Billis?
Well, he's the guy that made a huge jump throughout the course of his career. He's very productive, and some people call him a late bloomer, but he's continued to bloom throughout his basketball life. He's 6'6", but he's got a 7'2" wingspan, incredible length. He's very skilled, really good in catch and shoot situations. Shot 40% from 3.
I like what this Jalen Williams can do. Yeah. Oh gosh, I almost just broke my computer. That would have been bad. Nah, the correct Jalen Williams is going at pick 20 to the San Antonio Spurs. Now we do know though from here on out that the next Jalen Williams is our Jalen Williams. Who's on the clock? Charlotte.
And our Adrian Wojnarowski has referred to this as sort of the great experiment for Sam Presti. Woj, why is that?
I'm still waiting for a trade, man. I know that we just had a trade, but
Players, you're just 2 years into this rebuild, and you look now at the talent they gathered. Josh Giddey, their first-round pick last year, who had an outstanding rookie season, and then getting Chet Holmgren at number 2 in this draft, in addition to Usman Deng and now Jalen Williams of Santa Clara. I think Sam Presti, Oklahoma City's GM, he scouted Chet Holmgren perhaps as much as any player that he has spent time with out on the road. That was absolutely their number one, the number one player on their board, and I think that was proven when Jabari Smith was available to that number 2.
Hey, Connor.
Still stayed with Chet.
Where's that metal chair? Is it still in your room?
Yeah.
Bring it here, please.
The talent, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, their young point guard at Oklahoma City.
Can we start the movement to bring Patty Mills home?
yes. If Brooklyn's gonna blow it up, bring Patty Mills back.
Deep and talented and still with multiple first-round picks now through the next 2 years in salary cap space.
We're gonna try to get like hanging off the side of your visit.
We're going to first-round picks for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll see them on the board again.
Another first-round pick for Oklahoma City as Sam Presti continues to just play checkers out here with their draft picks. Like, just unbelievable what he's doing.
I think Mark Williams of Duke could be an interesting pick for them. Am I going with a big guy?
I'm interested to see what Charlotte's going to take here because they have some amazing young talent. I wouldn't be surprised if they do trade away Gordon Hayward at some point in this draft because they are trying to free up more money to bring back Miles Bridges, who could be being put on a near max-ish contract, maybe like 5 years, 100 mil, 110, and they don't have the money. And the thing is, they're willing to overpay and match what teams are going to offer him. I know, like Detroit is trying to go after Miles Bridges and/or DeAndre Ayton. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gordon Hayward is moved because they are trying to keep Miles Bridges around because he's younger, he's physical. He needs to shoot the 3-ball a little better, but I think he can improve on that. I like what I see from Miles Bridges. Obviously, we know him for his just absolutely crushing dunks, but there's a lot to like in Miles Bridges if I'm Charlotte, and if I'm Michael Jordan, I'm trying to bring him back. I really am trying to bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised if they go Shirai Easton right here out of LSU. They could go Jalen Duren because they need a shot blocking big. I don't even know who their center. They do have Kai Jones out of.
Just remember, they were right there. They were right in the play-in tournament. And
wow.
You had to have. They was 4 games.
Well, I kind of said what I was expecting to do. What I just said what I expected to
I
happen.
love what Michael Jordan and everybody in the organization has done for us giving the keys to LaMelo Ball. This guy's the ultimate playmaker. He's so unselfish. He makes people around him better. And like Jay
Pick
said,
is in.
What they need is that live threat and rim protect. They need that guy to match up with the point guard LaMelo to be able to roll. And now he can hit his shooters and those wing guys spot up in the corner.
And they made really good incremental progress. They were 10 games above the prior year, 2 years in a row, which is hard to do.
Charlotte's a team that is improving. Remember 2 years ago when they got absolutely obliterated by the Pacers in the first round. Even though they did get absolutely. I think we have a trade. Hold on, I think we have a trade.
Well, and it's so important, right, to have the right head coach, especially for young players, a young franchise. We saw that with Willie Green with the Pelicans. He made an immediate impact in changing that culture.
Stand by. I think it is looking like the rights to the 13th pick are being traded to Detroit.
See if they get that. They have to get that right first.
Yep. No. Shams is now saying. Okay, we got 2 different reports going on right here.
With the 13th pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the
I got 2 different reports.
Jalen Duren from the University of Memphis.
Okay, so Jalen Duren was just selected by 13, but Shams is saying he's going to New York, and Woj is saying he's going to Detroit.
And Jay, he may be the most physically gifted big man in this draft.
Well, we talked about him being a man-child. I mean, he is
Who's got it, Woj or Shams?
a guy who's 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan, solid rebounder, a very good rim protector. We talked about Mark Williams being a lob threat. So is Jalen Duren. He led the AAC in rebounds. He had 3 offensive rebounds per game. He can go get the ball and get you extra possessions. He catches everything with those great hands.
I want to hold on. We've got 2 different reports right here. We have a trade, and it is interesting.
He's a poor free throw shooter, but very, very talented.
Yep, absolutely. And I kind of look at him like a Bam out of the bio.
Bam out of the bio.
Yes, Absolutely. I look at
I'm gonna mark him down to Charlotte right now until I figure out what team he's going to.
switch 1, 2, 3, 5, and we talked about being a line threat at the basket. Going dribble, handoff actions, rolling to the basket, opening up.
Cleveland is now on the clock. Where is he going to? Woj says Pistons. Sham says Knicks.
Experienced head coaching staff that had guys like Penny Hardaway, Larry Brown, Cody Hopper, Rasheed Wallace, but guess what? He's headed to the Pistons. So that's just in.
They're now saying Pistons. It sounds like it is a 3-team trade between Detroit, New York, and Charlotte.
And the Cavaliers, they have had such
Now they're talking about the Cavs.
exciting year. They may be the team that I am most excited to watch next season in the NBA because they are going to be a force. And yes, Perf, they are full of talented big men. They are full of talented big men. Look at this turnaround for them. Just absolutely incredible. So Darius Garland, Jared Allen, who used to
I want to know
the Pro, they were named
what the move is.
runner-up for Rookie of the Year. You liked him for Rookie of the Year, Big Perk.
I did. I mean, excellent shot blocker. He really.
I was right.
Really.
I was right on my 14th pick.
Great touch around the basket, athletic, runs the floor. But you know what? Shout out
Let's
to
go. I got that one right.
Brandon Williams,
Called it.
Front office over there in Cleveland.
It sounds like he is ending up in Detroit.
Coach Bickerstaff, getting him in place, and then the culture, right? We haven't seen this type of culture since LeBron James was there. The way that they played last year, the way that they packed out the arena. So shout out to the front office of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, they lost in the play-in to Brooklyn and Atlanta, but that was important because, well, they were run down. They were hurt at that point in the season. You know,
I didn't know what these full trade details are. I think everyone is confused.
even appearing in those games. So now, what is the piece, do you think, Jay, that'll take them over the top?
Well, I don't know about the piece that takes them over the top. They still have, I think, a long way to go. But if they're looking for shooting, the guys I would target here, Malachi Branham of Ohio State, who I think is going to be an outstanding player.
Yeah.
And I happen to think is undervalued. You've seen Ochai Agbaji mentioned in this slot. You don't think they're going to go with a big guy. It's going to go. You think it'd be a wing? You think it'd be a wing or guard?
You want a starting 5-ball big man.
No, I don't. I think they have to pick a wing at this slot.
Whoa!
You think they already got a lead guard play?
I know, we got a Shams bomb. I don't have a Shams bomb.
I told you
Visual.
you had a chance, ball.
Do know that Evan Mobley,
So Knicks are trading Kemba to Detroit.
Karis LeVert. I mean,
Where is Jalen Duren going?
got situated that once he got into the floor of things, he was pretty grateful. Now you want that two-way defender.
Yeah.
Knicks got Jalen Duren and moved.
Him with Kimball Walker to the Pistons.
So
they were both right.
So he went to New York and now he's in Detroit.
Overcome and incredibly scary health issue. We're so glad to see him back out on the floor contributing for that.
The Hornets traded Jalen to the Knicks
Yeah.
Who then took him and Kemba.
and traded him to the Pistons. So Woj and Shams were both right.
Finishing fifth, fourth in the Eastern Conference, that isn't outside necessarily of the realm of possibility if they add the right pieces. So
Okay.
I want to revisit because this is all about the draft. Your best available, Jay.
Well, there's a fun trade.
AJ Griffin.
Yeah, people are saying
He's
he ain't playing there.
the best shooter left on the court.
Jalen Duren trying to figure out which team he plays for right now.
Shams versus Woj. Loser deletes their Twitter.
Cleveland take a big guy here, and Charlotte could grab him up at 15 next.
Pistons doing some work.
He's still on the board from Kentucky.
Okay. Now, so wait, if they're getting Kimba, that means Ayton is still available.
Well, Kemba's only on an $8 million salary.
But my point is they were looking for a big, weren't
And
they?
they got Duren.
And now they've got Kimball Walker. So if they got Duren and Kimball Walker, they don't need Ayton anymore.
Kemba Walker's a guard.
With the 14th pick,
But they don't need Kimball. They don't need Ayton anymore.
I know.
the Cleveland Cavaliers select Ochai Agbaji.
I called that one.
University of Kansas.
Knicks are stockpiling assets, and I know we had another Woj. Pistons are sending the Hornets
2025
that they got yesterday for Jeremy Graham.
Okay.
This young man has just had an absolute.
So Pistons gave up the pick they got yesterday.
He played college ball, but he wasn't actually a big game recruit all the way up to his senior year of high school. And
I called this pick. I like it. Who's next?
Being recruited by mid-major schools his senior year before Kansas got involved and snapped him up. He's what you call a 3D guy in the NBA. He's athletic, a solid defender, but he can really shoot it. I wouldn't call him a shot creator, but he operates on screens.
Charlotte again. Oh, they must have just traded. It must have been the pick they just acquired. No. Maybe they had another pick. Maybe they just got one something. I'm not sure.
He could be explosive to the rim, a very good finisher. Led the Big 12 in scoring at 19 a game. You know, what really stands out is that 37 he had against Texas Tech, where he just made play after play.
Ochai is solid. I think he could be nice with Garland but does that mean they are ready to move on from Colin Sexton? Because he is entering restricted free agency after coming off a torn meniscus. So my YouTube TV just crashed. What the heck? Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
That's going to do it for the lottery portion, but we're going to come back with the rest of the first round after this.
Knicks are planning to use the cap space that they got rid of just now by Kemba Walker to pursue Jalen Brunson.
I don't even know what to say. I can't believe what just happened. It's a mix of 1,000 emotions. I come in right away and make an instant impact.
Smell irresistible. The Axe Effect.
In the future, we'll travel to incredible places with the help of magical technology. But what about today?
Yeah, Mavs. Jalen Brunson is a guy who certainly is going to be looking to get paid sort of around the max-ish area. I can see the Mavs going for about a 4-year, $80 million contract. But
I can't wait for what tomorrow will bring.
with what the Knicks just did in getting rid of Kemba's contract, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and make a run at it. Because I think they are going to free up some cap space to try and bring him in. Brunson and Randall would not be too shabby of a duo, in my opinion. AJ Griffin's still available right here. I'm wondering to see how far he's going to fall. Some mock drafts had him in the top 10. Some had him later rounds. Tari Eason is still available. Don't forget the Knicks also made a deal with Oklahoma City for pick 11, which allowed them to get multiple first-round picks. So they got some picks, and now they freed up some cap space. So maybe the Knicks are actually going to try and do something here. I doubt it. It's the Knicks. I mean, every time we say they're going to do something, I mean, I remember when we all thought they were going to get KD and Kyrie and Zion, and news obviously that they did not. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren.
The ingredients. It's Blue Taste Balls, now in a convenient twin pack.
That's not bad. Sadiq Bey. I mean,
Find out why one taste is all it takes.
that is not a that is not a bad looking roster in my opinion. That's young. That's talent. So we have poultry tails. So the Pistons are getting.
Tyson has your favorites, their favorites, everybody's.
Pistons get Jalen Duren and Kemba Walker, and the Hornets receive the 2025 first-round pick that Detroit got. Yeah, it's a lot. My brain hurts. Oh.
A two-time MVP and a Finals MVP, not to mention Rudy Gobert, Pascal Siakam. of DeJounte Murray, Tyrese Maxey, and Jordan Poole. The picks are coming fast now. The Charlotte Hornets pick is in. Let's send it to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 15th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Mark Williams from Duke University.
Mark Williams, out of Duke. I like him. I think he's certainly what the Hornets were looking for. I'm surprised that they didn't intend to keep Jalen Duren, but not shocked. Dude, my keyboard is not on my side right now. Atlanta is now on the clock. The team who is trying to go after DeJounte Murray, and I say stay away. The Hornets needed a shot blocker big who could really just bring force inside, and that's what they get here with Mark Williams and Duke. I like this pick for them. I think it could be a nice lob threat potentially for LaMelo. He's lengthy. He's first. I love what this pick could be right here. Like he's got a huge wingspan, great shot blocker. I like what I see here from Mark Williams.
He can throw it up there and he can go get it. And an excellent offensive rebounder. Gets over 3 offensive rebounds.
And he can pass the rock too.
And he shoots over 70%.
And he has interior force is what they're describing him as, and that's how I see it as well. I think he could be very forceful, and he could get a lot of buckets inside. He could be a true lob threat.
Indication that he can stretch that range out and start to make it 17.
I like what I see here.
And you talk about his dog mentality and going and being the beast down low, 3 offensive rebounds. His player comp to me is his sister Elizabeth. Look at this block right here. Almost the same athleticism and the same.
They're comparing him to his sister. That's funny.
Identical. I mean, just absolutely identical. And it makes sense because she has been in the gym with him for years and years and years. Or rather, actually, he's been in the gym with her. There's the hug between him and Elizabeth.
There you go.
And his moment with the NBA.
Also, now think about it. Drafting Jalen Schoen at the 4 means that we are not trading DeJounte Murray for John Collins.
Absolutely incredible.
He's staying, baby. He's staying. Pick is in for Charlotte or Atlanta.
Via the Milwaukee Bucks that they picked up yesterday, and the Jeremy Grant trade from Portland. That's on its way to Charlotte for Memphis center Jalen Duren. Now, Troy Weaver, the Detroit.
I'll move my computer so I can stay on the couch. I'm moving it on boxes because we are still moving in. To everyone who's still here, thank you guys for kicking in with me for about the last hour and a half, watching the draft, discussing basketball. Been having a fun time chatting with you guys and watching the draft. I have truly enjoyed it. And it's still kind of been underwhelming.
Troy Weaver from Oklahoma City was his history in the NBA draft, and now you're seeing it played out with the way this Pistons organization has replenished their young talent base.
I get it, we've had a few trades, but I still want more because, I mean, a lot of teams were talking about how there could be a lot of big trades.
Stretch four that got it spread the floor. Give Trey
The pick is in. Let's see who is headed to join Trae Young in Atlanta and send it to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 16th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select AJ Griffin.
AJ Griffin. So that means they took AJ Griffin and who they took last year, Jalen Johnson, lining up on the forwards. That does mean that could be a sign that they. I mean, we've been hearing about it for a while that they are trying to trade John Collins. This really could solidify even more. I don't think it's for DeJounte Murray anymore after Spurs pick at 9. So. Who is now on the clock at pick 17? Is it Houston? Yeah, Houston. Houston on the clock once again after taking Jabari Smith at pick 3. Looking to see what they're willing to add more. I think they still might go big in, on the defense on big men. So they can continue adding that up. So they can pair bigger guys with Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. I don't think this is their last pick. Chicago up next. Fox Cotton, welcome to the stream. No, this is their last pick. And like I said, they took Jabari Smith. So I think the Rockets have a lot of young talent right here to be looking forward to. I'm not sure. I don't think they'll go guard here. I wouldn't be surprised if they go Tari Eason out of LSU right here. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue going for size to build up to build up those bigs. This is kind of starting to get to the point where it's like not really much that we're looking after, because after those big picks, and now it's kind of getting to the point where we're like, okay, like there's not much else that we're looking for here. But yeah, I love. It's been very unclimatic or anticlimactic. It's been anticlimactic, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more bigger trades, and we haven't seen any of that. Are we gonna wait for free agency to do that? Like, what's the move here? What's going on? Like, I start my first day at work tomorrow, and if trades go down while that happens, I'm gonna be a little mad.
Somebody who will come in and compete from day one. Somebody who don't care about stats. Somebody who's gonna do anything a team needs him to do. Is that defend, score, anything, you know what I'm saying? So you get a hard worker, competitive, somebody who don't like to lose. All I care about is that W. So that's the job in.
I love that you're coming in with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. You've been wired for sound tonight. So let's just take
I do not see the Rockets going guard here. I think they are going to take Tari Eason out of LSU right here.
With the 3rd pick in the 2022 draft, the Houston Rockets select Jabari Smith Jr.
Shot creating forward and point guard depth is what Houston needs, so I still think Tari Eason is a move. Kennedy Chandler out of Tennessee, Ty Washington, Jaden Hardy out of G League Ignite. I mean, another G League player isn't a terrible idea. I mean, the G League Ignite team has been proven to be a lot of great development. So, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
country man back at Auburn. One of my good brothers, my good friends, Marquise Daniels. He spoke very, very highly of you. I just want you to
Yeah, we're starting to get to that point where we're getting to a little bit of just not really much that we're looking out here for anymore.
They got a lot of people on that coaching staff who really care about you. Well, I mean, that's big in college about, you want to go there and achieve your dreams, but you got people on that coaching staff who I'll talk to for the rest of my life. Like Marquise Daniels, keep my head straight through college. I got my first year, so I went through a lot of ups and downs, and he just kept me grounded. He always reminded me that, keep my head grounded, just focus on
Pick is in. Pick is in for Houston. And I've yet to see who it is. To the good old days.
First thing he said was hard worker. And I saw that in you when I get to practice early and already there working with your workout coach. What does hard worker mean? What does that mean? Somebody who don't go the extra mile. You know what I mean? Somebody who always thinking that they're not doing enough. You know what I mean? When I finish any workout, I always try to do extra. You know what I mean? I always thought I love left for the tank. So
I am personally, for going back to the Spurs, I'm not going to be mad if Schoen starts right off the gate. I like what he can bring. He's a defensive. People are saying he's the best defensive player in this class. I'm hearing a lot of great things about him, and I think we could pair him along with our young guards and put him next to Jakob Poeltl, where Keldon Johnson can finally play a 2 or 3, and to where Devin Vassell could be a stretch 3, because we've needed a 4. I want him to improve on that consistency of shooting, though. 30% from the line. Not a great free throw shooter. Kemba Walker and the Pistons are expected to discuss a contract buyout that will allow him to become a free agent. Okay. Not much that they're losing there. Not much that is going to be lost by... Apparently the Bulls might be trying to trade their pick.
With the 17th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select
Tari Eason at LSU. I like him. As an LSU fan, I do have a little bit about. Chicago was not trading their pick.
One of the most explosive finishers in this draft class. I mean, he started his career at Cincinnati, came off the bench, transferred to LSU, quickly evolved into one of the most improved players in college basketball. We're just saying goodbye to Tari. His mother, I love this kid. His mother nicknamed him Peso because kicker. His jump shot is always money. That's a lot of beautiful.
Not a bad pick right here by Houston. I love what Tari Eason brings. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Spurs took him at I don't think he was going to be available at 9, but I was hoping that we might have would have gone with him at 20 or 25. But I'm interested to see if that means we're going to be going Jalen Williams at 20. Chicago, I know who they're selecting, and it could be a big sign. I'm not going to talk about it that much, but I there's a lot to describe about Chicago's pick, because it could be a sign as to what they're pointing to. I don't think it will be, but hey, we will see what happens. I like what Tari Eason brings, though. I think Houston's getting a stud in him. He's a stretch big, very lengthy and versatile, and can play some great defense. I like what I see in him. I think not LSU, but Houston is getting a great player in Eason.
This man said a fox in a hen house. Let's take one more look at his handshake, grabbing the hat. Yeah, that is a jacket and that is a chain. Big handshake, Alan Silver.
Walker Kessler is now listed on as a best available, and Walker Kessler out of Auburn had a great season. I think I like what he can do. He can shoot the ball. He's a stretch, and he's very physical. what I like from him, I think he could be a little bit of a experiment for some teams who are willing to take a chance and have him be developed into a nice player. Because I like what I see out of Walker Kessler, and I really wouldn't be surprised if there are teams who are willing to take a chance on him. I like what I see out of him.
Big guy, long arms, can really block shots, really improved his game from being interior to perimeter this last season.
Absolutely. So we'll see which of Jay's best available go next at the 2022 NBA Draft continues.
We are going to commercial break. I want some trades, man. I want some trades.
Lexus NX with intuitive tech. And our most advanced safety system ever.
You might think you don't belong. Because of what you look like. And where you come from. But don't wait to see someone else do it first. One doesn't look like anything. And it can't come from anywhere. But within.
Wade, the top 3 picks in the draft, they were Paolo Banchero to the Magic, Chet Holmgren to Oklahoma City, Jabari Smith to Houston. At 4 was Keegan Murray to Sacramento, and 5 was Jaden Ivey. If there's anything else you would like me to answer any of your questions, please let me know. The Knicks are going crazy. By freeing up that cap space and going after Jalen Brunson, I did hear that the Pistons and Kemba Walker are expected to discuss a buyout, and I don't think he's on a crazy salary. I think he's like on a 2-year, like $8 million contract. So it's not like there's much. It's not like it's a big cap hit that Detroit would be suffering. So the Pistons are doing some work though. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Duren. They got a fun team. I think they could certainly develop into something bright. Yeah, of course, Wade. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to answer. I know who Chicago's picking, and I'm interested to see what that could mean. Mavs can't give up Brunson. They certainly cannot, because Jalen Brunson was such he was way over the expectations for him in the playoffs. He had a 41 piece against Utah and was just so consistent and put up so much buckets and was really just amazing. Thing is, they're going to have to pay him, though, and the Knicks are freeing up that cap space so they can bring him in. I mean, they're still going to have to pay R.J. Barrett. They might have to look at Julius Randle. I'm not sure. He's on a big contract as well. So I'm interested to see if the Knicks are going to manage to succeed in bringing in Jalen Brunson, because they're going to be willing to throw a bag at him. And his dad is one of the coaches. What pick is it right now? It is going to be pick 18 for Chicago, as Houston just I think he deserves 20 mil. I think he could continue to develop as well. As the pick is in for Chicago. Pick 18, 20-25 mil I think is a reasonable range for him. I don't think he's worth a 30 mil. I don't think he's worth more towards that $30 million range. I don't think he's worth a super max contract yet. I think he has a lot of production value, and I think he has a lot of potential, but I don't think he's worth that much money. I think a 20-25 million does make sense into what he could bring in. His dad is the assistant coach. They brought that in. That's tampering at the highest I've ever seen it. So I think 25 might be slightly too much. At pick 18, Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry, 18, who was a guard from Arizona. So, what I know about that, could they be planning for a potential Zach LaVine departure? I'm interested to see, because he's a versatile. Hey, thank you for that subscription. I appreciate that. That means a lot, because we're going to be putting out content here a lot. But Dalen Terry, a very versatile player, can shoot the 3-ball, has great vision, and could they be planning for a potential Zach LaVine departure? I'm not sure, but they're hoping for the best, as Minnesota is now on the clock at pick 19. And I was hearing that there were potential chances that they could be looking to flip D'Angelo Russell tonight, which we haven't heard anything about that. So I'm interested to see if that's going to happen anytime soon, or if they're going to continue rolling with pick 19 right here and trying to be looking for any sort of package.
Did the Rockets stay eating?
Yeah, they did.
Jerks.
I like what Chicago's getting here in Dalen Terry. I'm interested to see just what Zach LaVine is thinking. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Zach LaVine leave because that team is only getting older. DeMar DeRozan is, I think he's 33, Vucevic is 32, and yes, while DeMar DeRozan had a first half MVP type of season, I just don't see him sticking around much longer, and he's only get older and keep progressing. As Zach LaVine could want to go to a younger, brighter team, and D'Lo did choke in the playoffs. And I like how Timberwolves said that they won that D'Lo trade, while Andrew Wiggins played arguably one of the most important roles on their championship run this year. But I do like what Minnesota has, though. I mean, they have Anthony Edwards, they have Cat, so they have the pick is already in. They have two great young stars they could build around. They have some veterans and shooters. Malik Beasley is a sniper. Pat Bev is Pat Bev, and we all know what he's going to do. But as they're talking about D'Angelo Russell right now, I mean, he certainly has really he's regressed since he's really went to Golden State. And I wish that D'Lo could still be a very productive player because we don't talk about him as much as we nearly did. And that 2017-18 Nets team was quite possibly one of the funnest teams to watch. Even though they didn't win that playoff series, they gave the Philadelphia Sixers as the 3 seed that year. They gave them a run for their money. And now the Nets were traded away their young talent for KD and Kyrie, who are looking like they're both about to leave. Would lose respect for Zach LaVine if he goes to the Lakers. I just don't think the Lakers can pay him. But I do think that it makes sense, though, for the Lakers to get Kyrie Irving, because the thing about that is that with Russell Westbrook's $44 million contract, if Kyrie Irving decides to opt in and seek a trade, which it sounds like it's going to happen, it could be a sign-and-trade deal, and it makes the most sense for the Lakers because they have that expiring contract that they can give up, which is a little bit cheaper, but they would have to give up, I say, a 2027 first-round pick because they don't have much right now. Because, I mean, when you're getting rid of a $44 million contract, that's not easy to do. And especially giving up Russell Westbrook, who had quite possibly one of the worst seasons of his career. I mean, he's not going to be easy to get rid of. Teams aren't going to be willing to look at that. But Nets could do that because of Russell Westbrook maybe having a bounce-back year with potentially Kevin Durant. We have a proposed trade. The Minnesota Timberwolves have traded their pick to Memphis.
Who does Memphis want?
I don't know. Minnesota will receive picks 22 and 29. Jake LaRavia.
They're trading it?
Yes, they're trading that pick to the Grizzlies, and Minnesota is receiving picks 22 and 29.
So our new Spur said he's going to do a poll about whether he should dye his hair for Fiesta colors.
Please, please. I like him already.
And he's British. So listen, starting to get Patty Mills back.
All right, the San Antonio Spurs now on clock. For those Kyrie and Durant Nets were fun to watch. They were fun to watch their first year, but the injuries kept them struggling. They couldn't stay healthy. And then James Harden came in. It didn't work. There's not many super teams like that worked. The Kevin Durant Warriors did, and that's one of the few teams. But there was not enough ball to go around between those three guys. We have 4 viewers in the chat, so hopefully everyone's having a great day so far and enjoying this draft. As we did have a trade, as I said, Minnesota trading away 19 for picks 22 and 29, so there's obviously someone they're eyeing there. Do you think Wiseman is going to bring much to the Warriors next year? I think Wiseman could be a super important piece if he comes back fully healthy as we expect him to be with that number 2 overall potential. I like what he has. If we can maybe increase his shooting consistency a little more and he wouldn't be afraid to let it fly, I think he's going to be great. I see him being a very ferocious paint beast on both sides of the floor, on offense and on defense. I think he can be a great shot blocker. He's very lengthy, and he could really cause some problems down below. And I think he could be a beast on the glass as well. I think he could be a guy who can put up some buckets, who can get points at the line, who can draw doubles, and I think if he improves his playmaking, I think that could also be important as well. If he does draw those doubles inside the paint, then I wouldn't be surprised if he could just kick it out and maybe get an extra bucket or two and kind of play a Draymond Green-ish role. I'm expecting the Mavs to make Chicago. Yes, because but my thing is, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they move Tim Hardaway Jr. so they can bring back Jalen Brunson and give him more money so that teams are going to be willing to pay more because Tim Hardaway Jr. is on a big contract. It was like a 4-year, $70 million. But the fact that they were able to give up so little for Christian Wood, it was Trey Burke, Boban Marjanovic, Marquise Chris, and 26th pick. I mean, that was a lot. That was so little for Christian Wood. Yeah, thank you. I had a brain fart right there. I like what they're going to do because they bring in Luka, a legit lob threat, a stretch big, which is what they really were missing last year in the playoffs run, and really just a second. I wouldn't say he's a legit star, but he has so much potential, and that he's played great roles in the Rockets, and I think that he's going to even improve. Luka is a guy who makes his team better. Celtics won't be back to the finals for 3 to 6 years. I don't know about that. I mean, the East is tough. I think it's a very tough conference to get by because you've got the Bucks, you've got Miami. I feel like Miami's window could be coming to a close soon, though. But unless they do make a trade for Donovan Mitchell or they bring in Bradley Beal, if they do that, then I think they're going to be just fine. I don't know how I feel about Philly.
That's a dumb take.
I don't know how I feel about Philly bringing back Embiid and Harden. Harden is opting into his player option, which I think is about a $44 million for just 1 year. I think the development of Tyrese Maxey, I think he could be a franchise cornerstone for them. I don't know. I really like what the Celtics have. I think they are missing a true point guard, and that's what they really need the most. And yes, Christian Wood can be a shot creator and can play well in the post. But I'm back on Boston. I think they're missing a bench scorer, and they're missing a true point guard. They need a guy who can come off the bench and light it up. Like that's what they were missing in the finals, as Jordan Poole could come off the bench and score 20 points with a couple of threes, as the Celtics didn't really have that except for in Game 1. And the pick is in for the San Antonio Spurs. But a true point guard and just a bench scorer is really what they're missing. I think they could go after someone in free agency, but the thing is they're going to have Jaylen Brown's on a max. They're going to have to pay Jason Tatum. I don't know what Marcus Smart's contract is looking like. I think they're going to have to pay Robert Williams a little bit, too, to keep him around. Al Horford's on a team option for $26 million. So one of the things they need to do is make that deal a little more team-friendly where they can bring guys back. And Al Horford, I think, is a guy who will be willing to do that. I think if they get one of those two missing pieces, though, I think they could certainly be a team who is looking to run it back and potentially go back at another finals run. But the East, I mean, I think Atlanta is still very solid. I think Cleveland's going to be a team that's on the rise. I think they have some of the best young talent, arguably, in the NBA with Garland and Mobley and Jared Allen. And then they also have Karis LeVert, and now they just added Abachi out of Kansas. I think he's very great as well. Also, the contract going to be going up soon. Obviously, he's going to play or better. Exactly. And that's the thing as well that was good for Houston, as they did get rid of that expiring contract, and they might have been able to get something out of it, and I'm not sure. But he's gonna be looking for a payday next year if he continues to improve and plays better, which I expect that. When you're playing with Luka Doncic, who's a guy who makes players better, I think I'm expecting improvement from him. He could maybe have another 2010 season, and I think he could play a super crucial role on maybe a Mavs potentially final story run. I think they have a lot of potential for in Dallas. Not surprised if Luka's going to win an MVP or two next year. I see a lot there in Dallas, and what's their general manager's name? I think it's Nico. It was a super great move right there by giving up so little for a guy who has a lot in the tank. So, pick 20 by the San Antonio Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs select Malachi Branham from The Ohio State University.
We took Malachi Branham out of Ohio State. Another guard.
You said they don't need a guard.
We don't.
So Spurs picking Malachi Branham will probably spell the end of Lonnie Walker. We'll have an extra $32 million in cap space if we let Walker walk.
Whatever.
An extra 32?
Yes.
Hey, this guy seems nice. He's got 20 points on 57% field goal percentage. I mean, and he's a freshman, so he's young.
Wow.
Seems like a...
Wow.
He's a bucket getter.
Somebody just said, DeAndre Ayton, you are a Spur.
Yes. Sounds like he's a bucket getter.
Yeah. Wow.
There's LeBron James. That's back in 2002. He was drafted in 2003.
Of course, they had to find some way to bring LeBron James into the draft.
3-level scorer. Hey.
Dang, dude.
He certainly could be Lonnie Walker's replacement.
Why would you replace Lonnie?
Because he's not going to stay.
He's 7 foot.
No. I like what this guy can bring. I do agree with your take, Wade, that you guys are going to have to give up Hero or Robinson. Tyler Hero hasn't really been the same since the bubble. I think he had one of the biggest slumps in his sophomore season, but this year I think he was obviously sixth man of the year, contributing at 21 points per game. I still think you need a guy like that who can come off the bench. But if you guys are going to go for a guy like Donovan Mitchell, him and possibly Duncan Robinson are going to have to both be in that package, because Tyler Hero I think still has a lot of potential, but I think Donovan Mitchell speeds up a potential championship to back to Miami, because like Donovan Mitchell's a shot creator, and Utah is really in shambles right now. And for him, and he's been hanging out with Jimmy Butler. I think Donovan Mitchell would be a great fit that could really take them over the hump and finally get them back to another final since 2020. And that would make them super competitive. And I'm talking super competitive. Maybe even on a super team level. I think that's what y'all are missing, a true shot creator, because you guys have Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Like, there's a lot to... I think Rudy Gobert, I really had him on my Dallas Mavericks target, but I'm not really sure, because I mean the hardest part about his contract is so hard to trade for, and the Mavs were going to potentially have that. Now they don't after acquiring Christian Wood, so I'm not really sure who is really looking for a solidified big, because I mean it's just hard to trade for a $200 million contract. I get it, a couple of those years have gone by. I don't think Boston's going to do that. I think there are some win-now contenders who could be looking to. I've heard a little bit about Golden State, but I feel like Rudy Gobert messes up the flow with Golden State, because Golden State is a shooting team. That's what they're known for. They're known for shooting the three ball, and Rudy Gobert doesn't really fit that, because he's a true NBA center who lives and dies in the paint. I did see the new Jazz jerseys, and I do not like them. I think their only good one is their purple throwback one, and that's been a good one for years. The black one is all right, but the white and the yellow, they look like Oregon Ducks jerseys. I'm not really a huge fan of them. I've always liked their mountain jerseys.
Highlighters.
Huh?
It says highlighters.
Oh, they do look like highlighters. It's kind of a big L. Like, I think even the Taco Bell sauce ones were better than that. Like,
wait, did they call our jerseys the highlighters?
No. This guy's talking about the Utah Jazz jerseys.
Oh yeah, the Taco Bell ones?
No, the new ones.
Oh yeah.
Those ugly white and yellow ones. Now, I've always liked their purple throwback stuff. If I'm gonna get a Utah jersey, I'm getting one of those, because they're such a great callback to the 90s when it was the Stockton and Malone days. And I think they're just beautiful jerseys. That's right. Malone did go to Louisiana Tech. Pick 21 here. I'm not keeping up with my visuals right now. On the clock is Denver, but Denver does have the pick in. And the previous pick was it was the Spurs. They had Malachi. What was his last name? I don't remember. It's fine because new pick about to come. John Collins probably going to the Kings. I was expecting John Collins to go for a trade at 4. Hold on, as we have a pick. Trade.
We already knew that.
We knew this.
Bruh. Half an hour ago called. He wants his news back.
Watch your numbers. You'll get that guy's last name.
Yeah, it's fine because I'm about to update it right now. It's fine. That trade was half an hour ago, bro. Christian Brown out of Kansas. He's a guard. Oh, I remember. Me and Devin had a conversation about this guy the other day. He is a shooter, and there are teams who are looking to add shooting, and he can bring it. He's like a 38% shooter from beyond the arc, and has steadily increased throughout his 4 years at Kansas. I like what this kid can bring. And is a great finisher as well. John Collins, yeah. I was expecting John Collins to end up being traded to Sacramento. So here's the trade right here that Memphis is getting this pick from Minnesota. Or no, Minnesota gets this pick from Memphis. Sacramento was a team that was looking to acquire John Collins for the 4th pick. Obviously, it didn't go. I remember last night when they said DeJounte Murray, and there's Jalen. Jalen's now listed on best available.
Really?
But DeJounte.
25th. He's going 25th to the Spurs.
I hope
baby.
so. But Trey needs to be more of a spot-up shooter and run around screens like Curry to be more of a threat. I think Trae Young could certainly be an off-ball type of player. I think it's really hard to replicate what Steph Curry does because he's so. He is listed as a point guard, but it feels like he's more of a shooting guard with the way he moves off the ball and gets himself open. It's so crucial to that. And I think if Trae Young did that, I remember when we talked about him in college, he's like Steph Curry, and he really could be. I think he has so much potential with that. And I think they need a true big man, I guess, a true screen setter. I don't think Collins is that. So I'm not really sure who they'd be looking for, though. They did draft A.J. Griffin tonight. They took Jalen Johnson last year, who are big, lengthy forwards, who that could symbolize that they are about to put him on the move, which I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just looking at who's willing to take him because I don't think he's worth that money that he's getting. I wanted the Spurs to go after him, maybe give him a max-ish contract, but this season he did not live up to it. He was injury-prone, and he couldn't stay healthy, and he just wasn't a very reliable third option. As it's hard to be like Curry because running exactly. You can't the Golden State Warriors are so well built because it just. As you look at what they have, Curry isn't the true point guard of that team. Draymond Green is so crucial to that because he can run the offense. He can get guys open, and that's, I think, why Steph Curry thrives off Draymond
Philly
Green.
just traded the number 23 pick to Memphis for DeAnthony Melton.
I thought that would have been Matisse Thybulle news. I could see a Rudy to Hawks if they maybe go for John Collins. The contracts sort of match up. I think Atlanta would have to give up a little bit, maybe Onyenga Okongwu and another first-round pick, just because you're trading. It's a lot to take in when you're getting Rudy Gobert. It could. Rudy Gobert wouldn't be a terrible fit in Atlanta. Another lob threat. I like Walker Kessler.
Alright, I just want to hear Jalen's name called tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Walker Kessler is nice. I like what he can bring. He played so crucial during the tournament this year and was just a great two-way player. Defensive player of the year for the SEC. Triple doubles. That means he can pass the ball. 4.6 blocks per game. My goodness.
Yeah, it's we just defensive player of the year of the state.
Philly is once again Philly is trading number 23 for D'Anthony Melton. D'Anthony Melton, he's not terrible. He can shoot it. So Memphis gets back one of the picks that they traded away for pick 19.
The Knicks are not getting the 30 pick from OKC tonight. They'll presumably receive future picks from the Thunder.
How do I think Chet will do in the NBA? Me and my family have talked about this a lot. I don't think Chet is NBA ready. I don't see a lot from him. I get it. He's a top prospect, but my thing is, I don't think his body is NBA ready. He's 7'1", 195 pounds, and when you're playing as a top prospect, I get it. He's gonna have a lot of talk at his name. There's gonna be a lot to look at. He's a stretch big who can shoot the rock, but the thing is, he's not strong enough. He isn't like when he plays against a Giannis Antetokounmpo or Joel Embiid, a Nikola Jokic or LeBron. It doesn't matter. He's going to get ate alive. It's just he looks like I don't think his body is going to hold up for 100 and for his body's not going to hold up. Excuse me. Sorry, there's more talking. For 82 games, I don't think his body's going to hold up with him because it's very physical and he's just not. I just don't see that. Yes, his defensive production will reduce. I see that because it's so hard to compete in a big man's league. That's what it's about. It's physical. It's physical basketball, and I don't think he's big or strong enough to compete in that physical basketball with the big dogs of the National Basketball Association. I think he'll get destroyed. I mean, in the Northwestern Conference, you've got Embiid, you've got Nikola Jokic, you've got Karl Anthony Towns. If the Blazers decide to bring him back, you've got Yusuf Nurkic, and then Chet. Any one of those centers is going to have a field day with Chet Holmgren, in my opinion. There's so much center production in the Northwestern Division that Chet it's gonna be so hard for him to keep up with those guys. Like, it's a tough division for him. I can't remember who that pick was. Danny Green was heading to Memphis.
What?
Danny
Bro,
Green.
you gonna play with Slobo?
Danny Green was just a part of the deal that sent pick 23 to Memphis for D'Anthony Melton.
Bruh.
What?
Look at this dream lineup.
Oh.
Insert Jalen Williams.
Facts. I like what Memphis is bringing in, a veteran shooter who has been a little bit shaky. This guy I'm talking about, Chet Holmgren, said he can't guard the 14th man on the team, lack of strength. This guy said Chet Holmgren can't guard the 14th man on the team. Dude, that's one of the funniest takes I've heard all night. And you know what? What's funny about it is you're right.
It's real.
Like, you're absolutely correct. Chet Holmgren doesn't have the body strength to compete with, honestly, even some guards. Like, I think that
Derek White will break him in a charge.
I think I could see him being a good shot blocker against smaller guards because he's 7'1".
Sure.
But like in a physicality matchup, there's a lot of guards I'd be willing to take over him. Out of bias, I think DeJounte Murray could be more physical than him. I think John Morant is way more physical than him.
Somebody said he talks to acquire Durant, Kyrie, Lillard, Davis, Zion, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I saw that.
For Omar U7 in a second round pick.
I think we're about to take.
Tyler, Justin said you broke the Danny Green news for him.
Really? Let's go. I broke some news. David Roddy.
Justin. I got it. Let's see what it was. His first friend. And he did what? Tyler broke the news about Danny Green being traded.
David Roddy.
Because he got hurt.
Yeah, we're a very NBA household. My mom got me hooked on it, and then I plan, like, this is what I'm going to be doing, hopefully, for the rest of my life. I plan to talk about sports for quite a long time. I'm going to go to college for it, and so Like, I love basketball and I love talking about it over here. Like, we get competitive a lot about it some of the time. Sometimes we disagree.
Spurs suck.
Like that.
We ignore our father.
But, like, it's a very sports filled household, especially when football season comes around as well. My dad is more of a football person than a basketball person, so we're all super into football. As the Milwaukee Bucks have their first pick of the night.
Dude, Malachi Branham was hyping Jeremy on the red carpet tonight.
Hey, yes sir.
It was like, get you a hype man.
Teammate chemistry already. Yes. Wait, I do plan on doing broadcasting. I'm going to go study for it. Like, this is kind of like my slow start where I can kind of build my name out there. I'm going to be doing more of these. I'm going to be putting out a lot of reports. When June 30th, free agency day, I'm going to be doing another one of these as well because I expect a lot of stuff to go down that day as well. Yeah, we all watch college football in this house. We're from Louisiana, so we're all LSU fans. They went to Louisiana Tech, so they cheer for them a little bit as well. Justin said disown him.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, for this first comment?
Yeah.
You ignore him. He just literally starts to turn up drama.
I don't know crap about that.
He doesn't know anything about basketball. He just likes to antagonize us.
Yeah, we're all super college football fans here. We are LSU fans. We have been, and we could talk about the 2019-2020 LSU team for hours and hours. Like, I became a Bengals fan as well as soon as he got drafted there, and I was super disappointed when he did not manage to lift the Lombardi on February 13th. But I know he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. So the Sixers received D'Anthony Melton, and the Grizzlies receive the 23rd pick and Danny Green. I've seen that OSU has done a lot of massive recruiting. They always are a program who are bringing in great scholar athletes who are really getting talked about a lot. I did see today that the biggest news of the day that Arch Manning, 5-star, committed to Texas.
Bucking the family tradition of Ole Miss and Tennessee.
Yes, breaking the family tradition of Ole Miss and Tennessee. We got 4 viewers, guys, so hopefully everyone is enjoying the stream and glad talking basketball. Yeah, like I said, Arch committed. So I'm interested to see because I think by the time he gets to college, Texas should be in the SEC. Both Texas and Oklahoma should I think be in the SEC by the time he gets there and is ready to start playing. But I know they also have another quarterback that has committed to them as well. So I bet he's a little interested to see how that's going to go. But college football is always
Beauchamp is going to go to the Bucks.
College football is always fun, man. And
Jalen Williams to the Spurs.
Please.
Speak it into existence.
Please. Right now, so we have one more pick from Milwaukee, and then San Antonio is up again with their third and final first-round pick of the night at pick 25. I think we're going to be wrapping it up soon as the first round is going to come to an end, and there's not really much that we're looking to. I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs go Nikola Jovic right here as well. I like what he can bring. He's a stretch big who can shoot the rock, and I really am interested to see what he can do. I think he has a lot of upside. The Ohio State recruiting wide receivers.
I finally had to use lay off the weed on somebody tonight.
Yeah, no. I think personally LSU is personally wide receiver U, as we've had Odell Beckham, we've had Jamar Chase, we've had Jarvis Landry, and latest Justin Jefferson. I think Keyshawn Boutte, I think, is also good. Yes, Alabama. Both of those teams are super wide receiver U's. And as you said, Ohio State isn't the best at is good at bringing in stars, but keeping them developed in the NFL, it's hard for them to do. I think, I don't know, you can say a lot about Alabama being really any type of U, whether that's quarterback or wide receiver or running back. I think obviously Alabama always has some of the best prospects, and their game always translates over to NFL because when you're playing for Nick Saban, I mean, it really helps them. Yeah, Woo Pig. Excited to see. Did Arkansas win tonight?
No, they did not. They lost 2-1.
So was that the championship?
It was the final game to get into the championship. So the College World Series is Ole Miss versus Oklahoma.
Dang. Arkansas, I did not know Arkansas went down tonight, which is unfortunate. I'm excited because I live in Arkansas, and I'm excited to go to a couple Arkansas basketball games this year.
2022 NBA Draft. The Milwaukee Bucks select Marjon Beauchamp.
Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams.
Marjon Beauchamp out of the G League Ignite. Another G League Ignite player.
I saw him. I saw a thing about him. Check him out.
Beauchamp.
He worked so hard.
Marjon Beauchamp, another G League Ignite player. And we have seen a lot of G League Ignite players over the last few years be able to make it this far. I mean, Jalen Green being one of them, NBA champion Jonathan Kuminga, and we had a G League Ignite player taken earlier this draft, and now another one off the board. As the G League, there is a little bit of competition talking about whether if G League could be a potential option over college, because you get pro experience right out of high school, and that builds you up ready for NBA basketball. But good for Marjon as is going to the 2021 NBA champs. So
Sean says the one player he's ready to go at it with in practice is Keldon Johnson.
Oh, great.
He's like, you want to ring this bell?
You got this live through my TikTok. Let's go. One of the TikToks I posted finally was reaching out to someone, and I'm glad it did. Like, I post those every time I make a video or go live, and I'm like, hey, we're live. And I'm glad that you took a chance and hit the link and hopped in this stream, because it's been great to have you around, and I really appreciate that. Mom, is my water over there?
Yes.
I need that.
Spurs sticker?
And the Golden State sticker?
No.
My Steph Curry jersey is supposed to be coming in tomorrow.
That I do not co-sign on. Anybody watching this stream, that was not.
My jersey collection is fire. I'm gonna make a video on it eventually at some point, whenever all of them get back from across the ocean. I'm interested to see. I think we'll go big here, and I think it's either gonna be Nikola Jovic or Jalen Williams. And out of bias, I really want it to be Jalen Williams, because me and him are personal friends, and to have a friend on
acquaintances.
I think we're still friends, but like, to have him on our team would be crazy. I'm going to follow to your TikTok, dude. I appreciate that. I mean, you saw that and you popped in, and then you've been hanging around for quite some time, and I appreciate that. Show your jerseys. We'll show the jerseys at some point, maybe after the next Spurs pick, because the problem is I packed everything but my whole.
He didn't bring his Spurs.
I didn't bring my Spurs collection, but I brought my full collection. I hope all of them are out of the washer. I know I have one of them in the washer.
Luka is in the wash. It's in the dryer.
Okay. So all of them are available to be shown.
Blake Wesley? Who's Blake Wesley?
I've heard about him. Is that who we took?
It says that's who we're focused on.
We will show our jerseys after this Spurs pick.
Who is Blake? He's not even on the board as a.
I think he was listed. Dyson Daniels was another G League Ignite player tonight who was drafted. I remember, because he's nice.
From Australia or New Zealand.
Yes, he's the one who's from Australia. I only got one, and it's Celtics Kyrie, and the numbers on the back are that. Let's just say it is a little out of date. I think maybe it's time for a Tatum or a Brown, But I remember when Kyrie got traded there, man. I think that if Kyrie stayed healthy, I think that could have been possibly a team who won it all and took down the Kevin Durant Golden State Warriors that year.
I can't let Jalen go somewhere like Golden State. I will have to burn a place down. Just saying.
Pick is in.
Yeah, I know. They're saying freaking Blake Wesley, whoever that is. Because Woj and Shams keep breaking it.
Not even. What's your Heat jerseys looking like? Mom, Blake Leslie is listed at 5 on Best Available. Yeah, do you have any Heat jerseys?
The draft picks that New York acquired from OKC is the 2023 projected first round, 2023 projected first round, all 2023 projected first rounds via Detroit, Washington, and Denver.
They traded away 3 first-round picks?
For next year.
Yeah, I know, but still. Hey, I get it. When you have a player who is one of your favorites of all time, and you respect their game, that's what it's about. That's the reason I started collecting jerseys, because I'm a big fan of not just the Spurs, but the NBA in general. And so for a lot of players I have respect for, then I get their jerseys and continue to just rack it up because, I mean, I have so many players that I love to watch and enjoy, and I like to rep them. I think it's fun having a lot. But I have some old ones, and my mom's going to get all of them. Actually, my phone just vibrated. I don't want to see this. I want a Lowry, Bam, or Jimmy City jersey. I have one Heat jersey that I think it's one of the best of all time. Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams.
Darn it.
Somebody's mom was happy.
Darn it, I wanted Jalen. But I've heard a lot about Blake Wesley, and I think he could be a really nice addition to hopefully maybe our G League, get some time there. The problem is, I'm just not a huge fan of the Spurs drafting 4 players tonight. I was really hoping we'd take 20 and 25 and maybe try and trade up or just get another player. Because the problem is we have, I think, at least 12 players who are on guaranteed contracts, and it's hard to bring a lot of these rookies in who potentially might not even get a playing spot on our actual roster and could just end up on the G League, which is unfortunate. My mom just did get all of the jerseys. So, it says he's an explosive scorer. He's got a... That's not bad. Okay. How do you think Zion goes in the next year? I've seen a lot of pictures that Zion has lost a ton of weight.
Whatever.
Dude, no.
Go shop.
But I think if he does lose weight, his body will hopefully keep up with him because that's the problem. Before injuries, I think Zion could really be a player who makes a very big impact on that Pelicans team. Because with him, they made the playoffs without him, and now they're going to have him back. If he stays healthy and he does lose weight, then his body has the ability to keep up with him. They could be a very nice playoff team.
This is the Spurs jersey collection.
So this is all my Spurs jerseys right there. They are all across the ocean right now. So we'll start off with what we have. Hold on, you got them like out of order.
I just grabbed them out of your closet, fool.
Okay, there we go. So we will start with one that I don't wear because this one a teacher gave to me before I left. This is a autographed Byron Scott jersey from around the 70s. Super solid whenever he played for them back in the day. And then now we'll get to the current player jerseys. We've got Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook. We used to have problems with Westbrook. I'd hate playing against him because he was so dang good. I remember his 2016-17 season. One of the best individual seasons of all time when he averaged a triple-double for the first time in NBA history. Next up, we have Devin Booker, the Valley. One of my favorite colorways in the NBA. I remember when these first came out and I was like, I had to get one. This was the first non-Spurs jersey I got. I love it. I love it's very, the quality is nice. And I just love the Valley design. I think it's a great concept to Arizona. This is the one that you're going to love if you're a Miami fan. Vice Baby Blue, D-Wade. I think this is quite possibly my favorite jersey in my whole collection. I just love the vibe it gives. That's non-Spurs, yeah. I just love the vibe it gives. I love the way these colors match up. The baby blue on the pink. It's so clean. I wear this. This is the one I wear pretty often out of all my jerseys. Quite possibly my favorite. I love the font as well. Just overall, it's a 10 out of 10 jersey. So clean. Next up, Ice Trey. Wade is your favorite player of all time. Hey, I get that. I got massive respect for D Wade. Next up, Ice Trey, Trae Young, Atlanta. I love it. I like the red. I didn't want to go with white because I'm scared to get white jerseys because I like to eat, and I don't want stains. Like when I wear this jersey casually through the day, I take it off when I eat because I'm not getting stains on these boys. Like I'm just not doing that. So Trae Young, red. He's been one of my favorite players since college when I saw him in Oklahoma. And then he even grew on me even more when he decided to own a whole city, a.k.a. New York Knicks. Sorry, not sorry. This is also one of my favorite jerseys. Best dunker of all time. Vince Carter. You can't go wrong with it. Super, super clean. I love the back with the teeth. And then the Raptor. But this is an iconic jersey, to be honest. I love the Raptor, and the font is super tough too. I'm trying to see what to pick up. I thought it said trade. Bro, you are hours behind. That was so long ago. Another one, of course.
Everybody stand up.
Pay respects to the Mamba, Kobe. My mom outbid a dude like 5 times. I like that pick. The Rockets 90s jerseys are very tough. And it has 2010 finals patch on it right here. So super nice. Love the basic yellow colorway. Like, the Lakers have some of the best clean yellow jerseys. There's no doubt about it. Yellow is a color that's hard to look good sometimes. The Lakers made a staple for it. LSU did that as well. And then Luka Magic. I saw him play his rookie year, and he's been one of my favorite players ever since. One of my favorite players outside of San Antonio. Super basic, the blue, but hey, it is what it is. I wore it the other night, last night, and I got so much respect for Luka, and I think he's going to be quite possibly the LeBron of this generation for years to come. For absolutely.
To the Mavs social media team.
Oh yeah, the story of how I got this jersey. On my TikTok, I posted a TikTok months ago that said, whichever NBA team comments on this post, I'll get their jersey. I tagged every NBA team, and then the Mavs commented. I was in class, and I got a notification that said, Dallas Mavericks replied to your comment. Hello. And then I bought the jersey. I bought the jersey in class. I got on eBay, and then I bought it. That was a fun class.
Blake Wesley is a lot like Tony Parker.
That was a fun class period. I'm not gonna lie. So my mom and then we're gonna go to my favorite player of all time right now, DeJounte Murray. This is obviously this year's Fiesta. I lived in Hawaii, and I traveled to San Antonio for 2 games, and I got this jersey at the arena. My mom has the basic black colorway on, the Icon Association. Nothing fancy right there, but super basic, but can't go wrong with it. Last year's Fiesta, super clean. I love the Fiesta colors, and this font, crispy. I think if they used this font right here, I think it had super potential. But I love this font. I love the colors down the middle. It's just a 10 out of 10 jersey. And then lastly, my DeJounte Murray All-Star jersey. I thought these jerseys were ugly at first when I saw them, but they're actually super clean. And they're honestly, it's a good quality jersey. Jordan was not playing around when these came out. We ordered, the worst part was we had to wait for this jersey forever. They did not have enough. So we ordered it on All-Star night, during the game, and then it took forever to get here. But this is my All-Star jersey, and yeah, those are all my jerseys right now, and my Spurs collection is on the way. And tomorrow, my Steph Curry jersey is arriving because I put out a tweet that said, whoever wins the NBA Finals, I'm going to buy the jersey, whoever wins Finals MVP. And Steph Curry finally was able to do that. So that's my jersey collection. And there's a lot more I want. But I think the one I want the most right now is I think I want a I'll also take another look at the Dwayne Wade jersey again. I want Derrick Rose. Yeah. Derrick Rose red. I love Derrick Rose, one of my favorite players of all time. But I also want Ja Morant throwback Vancouver Grizzlies. Those jerseys are hard, and Ja Morant is one of my favorite players, except when we play against him. Because every time he plays against us, he decides to turn into freaking Michael Jordan when he plays us.
Which is why Ja Morant jersey is not allowed in this house right now.
I don't get it. He just sees Spurs and he turns into the best player in the league. I don't get what it is with that. But, first of all, DeJounte did deserve his All-Star selection, averaging a near triple-double, leading the NBA in steals, 21, 8, and 9. And should have been most improved player over Ja Morant, in my opinion. Which Curry jersey did I get? I just got the standard blue. I have a picture of it. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Miami. Actually, I'll wait for that pick because that's your team. I assume you're watching it. I'll show you what. what jersey I got. It's super basic. It's just the blue ones. But it's supposed to come in tomorrow. Come on. I typed in Warriors blue. Yeah. That's what I got. Super basic, but love it. Yeah, I want the Jaw jersey. I want a Derrick Rose jersey. Yeah. I'm just a jersey guy. So I love that. I have like a whole list of players I want. But those are the two I really want the most right now. I'm not even sure what.
This dude's name really one letter off.
Oh, Nikola Jovic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his name is literally one letter
He was
off.
working out with Denver the other day and it said Nikola Jovic and someone retweeted, bro, I had to reread that twice. I want to get a Jimmy Butler vice down the middle where it's the pink and the blue with the one that fades. Justin said for you to burn my Steph jersey.
I got you.
I paid for that. That's out my bank account. The baby blue Lakers jerseys. Though the baby blue Lakers jerseys were tough. The Elgin Baylor ones, tough. I also think those purple ones they had this year, nice. Black Mamba ones, nice as well. There's a few like nice ones I want. I want John Wall Wizards because he was tough. He was one of the toughest dudes in the league. Isaiah Thomas Celtics. I miss Isaiah Thomas in his prime, dude. He was the 5'9" king of the fourth quarter, top 5 in MVP voting. Like his career fell off as soon as he got traded, and that sucks for him because like he got injured and Boston gave up on him.
His sister died, and then he like went off, and then they traded him.
Yeah.
Just for fun, Malachi Branham, our new Spurs player, points per 40 minutes by month as an 18-year-old freshman in the Big Ten. November 11.4, December 11.7, January 20.1.
Okay. Later, the Philadelphia 76ers are trading to the Memphis Grizzlies the draft rights to David Roddy, the 23rd pick.
We knew this, bro. How is he so far behind?
And with the 27th pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Nikola Jovic from Belgrade.
Bro, Jalen really gonna be a Golden State Warrior, isn't he?
Miami selects Nikola Jovic out of Serbia. I like what he has. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of those rose green Bulls jerseys. I just like their standard ones. That's why I like the red ones so much. Like, I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan, so I want to get like one that people recognize. I'm not saying they're not going to recognize that green, but obviously, like they're not known for wearing green jerseys. I like Nikola Jovic though to Miami. I think he can be a really good stretch big that comes off the bench to cover for Adebayo as Dwayne Dedmon is getting older, and he can shoot it lights out, man. Yeah, y'all got to rip off Joker. Hey, I think he's nice though. He has a lot of potential. I really like what I see with him. Get it as a joke, right? I think this is a good pick for you guys. I was hoping the Spurs might have would have taken him. Imagine Jalen Williams, Golden State Warrior.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna go play with Moody.
Moses Moody.
Thank you. My brain went dead. No, bro, he can't go there.
The Brown Maverick jersey was horrendous. Jalen Williams is a 6'10" forward out of Arkansas. He's a great two-way player. He can get buckets underneath and he's super lengthy and can play great interior defense. He has one of the masters at the charge.
He is the master at the charge.
He is a great shot blocker. He's a great free throw shooter as well. Shot 74.9% from the line this season. Was the best on Arkansas and I think he's going into his junior year, but had such a great year. I think he had I think the most double doubles in Arkansas history, as well as I think the most rebounds for a season in Razorback history as well. Me and him are personally Like I know him personally. We have been friends. We went to church together for a few years. I have a video of him actually dunking on me at a youth event. So I know him personally, and I'm really excited for him to go to the league. And I think there could be win now teams who are willing to look to take a chance on him. And maybe it's right now with Golden State.
He used to run down the street from us. Remember, he rode that electric
No, that's
thing.
because he was just hanging out with
Yeah, but he came from down the street with it, riding that thing.
Yeah, Jalen was at Braylon's house one day riding those electric scooters.
I'm saying he didn't live down the street though. He was just riding the scooter with Braylon.
Oh.
So here, Tyler, real quick, run over here. Look at these stats from Malachi Branham versus Nebraska earlier this year.
35.
60 from three-pointer, 75 from free throw.
I like it.
Bye, homie.
I know, right?
Yes, they acquired Andrew Wiggins, but they have drafted from the ground up so much of their talent that is unique.
No, he's not going to Golden State.
He's not, yeah.
Good. Maybe we'll go to Oklahoma City, then we can just go watch him play.
I know, right?
Dude, Michael Tarasov's going to lose his Jesus if Jalen.
Me and Michael have literally been talking all week about how both. No, he was earlier, but we've been texting back and forth. He's in Florida right now. But both of us have been talking about how we won. The best jerseys in NBA history are the Rockets and Raptors. Yeah, Rockets and Raptors. Yeah, I am friends with a future NBA player. And I'm hoping to reach out to him so I can get. I have a lot of great connections to him, where I can hopefully have a sit-down interview with him, and I think that'd be super fun. But yeah, no, I mean, one of the best jerseys in NBA history right here, man. And the Rockets had some super good ones back in the 90s, as you said. Those Olajuwon jerseys, those are tough. I really like those.
Like the Miami jerseys.
That blue one I got? Dude, that's one of my. This is the Miami jersey. Is quite possibly my favorite jersey of all time. Miami always brings the heat with their Vice jerseys every single season, except.
Hey, ask them what their favorite Golden State jersey. I would have got the black one.
I don't know. That black one is. It's nice, but Golden State has had some amazing jerseys through the years. I remember their 2016 black sleeve ones. Their white Chinese New Year were super awesome. The Bay jerseys, the Town, they had some great jerseys, and they had some great tributes to their old jerseys as well. Last year they did the Oakland We Believe Warriors jerseys, and they were super nice.
Speaking of Golden State.
Is he going to announce another late trade?
No.
Nope.
With the 28th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Patrick Baldwin Jr. from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
How many picks are in the first round?
30.
Is that all?
Yeah. That name Patrick Baldwin sounds.
Just round one tonight?
No, it's both. They do the whole thing.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
That's actually be good for your future. Yeah, no. If I can get the links, I'm gonna sit down with him and just ask him about like his whole process, whether that's through.
They do the whole draft tonight?
Yep.
Then why in the Lord would they start the draft at 8 o'clock Eastern time?
I know. That's bad. But I do want to sit down and just ask him like, how was the college experience like for playing for Eric Musselman, and then like playing in high intensity areas, playing in the SEC, had their underdog stories, and then playing in back-to-back Elite Eights, playing against top teams as beating Gonzaga and going out in the Elite Eight to Duke, and then just asking him what the transition is like from being in college to then declaring and now getting his name out there through NBA and workouts and traveling. And I'm just really hoping that I'll hear his name being called tonight. He is getting in he's I think in the top 5-6 of Jay Bilas' best available list. So there hasn't been a lot of traction to his name. I'm just saying the Spurs have picked 38. The
Oklahoma City has 34 though. Actually, they're up now. See?
They're next. They have picked 30. The black-blue throwbacks from this year. Yeah, both their throwbacks. The Chinese New Year from 2018. The Chinese New Year from 2018 was that blue and the yellow and red logo in the middle. Those were super tough. And then I also do agree their black ones this year. and their blue throwbacks to that said the Warriors. I really liked those. But I kind of just like the blue. When it comes to jerseys, I am sometimes a sucker for the basic ones because it's just a staple of what they're known by. Like when they got the fancy jerseys, they got the fancy jerseys. That's why I have like these two, not icon statement jerseys, but they're City, they're Vice. Like they're all whenever a team has an amazing different colorway, I'll probably be at the door trying to figure out how much it's gonna be and where I can get it from. Like this one, I think it's a statement. This one was a statement, and then I don't have statements for anyone else. I do have, obviously, Spurs other Fiesta. I'm hoping more because we're getting closer to the point where teams are going to start announcing, their new City editions and their, throwbacks for this year.
The Wizards City edition is probably the best.
The Wizards Cherry Blossoms City jersey, so amazing. I'm probably going to get one of those when they come out, because those are some of the best ones I've seen. Yeah, and I just said, some of the statements are just iconic. But I'm hoping
Spurs 50th anniversary, so
I'm hoping there is going to be a lot of teams this year who are going to be coming out with some great City jerseys. Because, they did it last year, and I wouldn't be surprised to expect them to do it again. It might take, some of the Chinese New Year jerseys went insanely hard. Golden State's did, Houston's did. I miss, though, when the NBA did special edition Christmas jerseys. I'm just saying, those were quite amazing. The Cherry Blossom. Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone for you.
yeah, but it was a popcorn container. So it wasn't, or you could put a cup in it.
It's a pink one.
Yeah, just put a cup in it.
It'll hold tomato. It'll hold 2 beers. Oh yeah. That's a good cup. Come on. See this one here? This one? Yeah.
These are the Wizards' new City jerseys for next season. Cherry Blossom, as they did put them out during the Cherry Blossom season. Personally, I love them. Bro, we can get the City Blossom jersey now.
Yeah, but you want to wait and see who's actually going to be on the team.
Yeah.
Then you order a Bradley Beal, and he's not on the team next week. That's going to stink.
Yeah. Once again, these are the new Wizards City Edition jersey. I love them. Some of my favorite jerseys going into next season. So clean.
Is Donovan open for trade this year?
I wouldn't be surprised if Donovan Mitchell is on the move, because Utah is really looking to try and maybe blow it up.
If you know, hey, do this. There's plastic cups in there, actual disposable ones, or should be set in there? No, the disposable ones. Right there in the bottom.
Houston adding another pick. Yeah, I'm telling you, those Cherry Blossom jerseys are insane.
The Memphis Grizzlies select Washington Jr.
He's awesome, but I'm telling you, it's still going to be.
Ty Washington is nice. No.
Where's Jalen got?
Not yet.
Dude, Shams is getting to these picks.
I know, I'm telling you. He's all over it.
I think picks are going to start flying off the boards at this point. I like this pick for, this is going to Houston. I like this pick for Houston. If they do need some more point guard depth, where they could run a Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green backcourt to start, and then Ty Washington comes off the bench, I really wouldn't be surprised. I think I like this pick for Houston. Yeah, jersey's so hard. It's so hard. It kind of gives me a Miami vibe with that pink. KD's not going back. KD's a Spur. No, I'm kidding. Jalen Williams now in the top 5 with Jay Bilas is best available.
Where we got 38?
Yeah. It's not impossible.
Michael says 30 goes to Denver.
Yes, it does. Because they traded Jermichael Green for that 38th pick. Oh, Michael's in the stream again. Katie's not going back to Oklahoma City.
Chipotle's coming to Fort Smith.
Who?
Chipotle's coming to Fort Smith.
Oh, Chipotle. Yeah, no Chipotle. I heard about that yesterday. Katie's, I think it's more realistic for you guys to bring back Russell Westbrook. But, hey. That Kevin Durant package is supposedly supposed to be the biggest package in NBA history. So, who are you willing to give up for Kevin Durant? Chet Holmgren? You think James Harden will ever... Honestly,
No.
I don't think so. Because James Harden is not a player who really thrives in a duo. Like, he's going to right his wrongs. I think the best duo that really worked with him was Chris Paul. And even then, they still didn't manage to get it. I mean, I think ever since the 2018 season where Chris Paul got hurt, they just haven't been able to push himself over the edge. And James Harden, I mean, we will never see a score. I think you could say James Harden is arguably the best scorer of this decade. I think Kevin Durant is in that decision as well. I think that's a great debate that you can have right there. But I don't think James Harden will be back to the way that we're used to seeing him, especially with the way how Embiid is their first option and the emergence of Tyrese Maxey. I just think that there isn't enough ball for them to go around. And it's been that way since Brooklyn as well. You say KD's coming back July 4th, and he's gonna announce it. He's gonna announce it again. My next chapter via Players Tribune. He's gonna just do it the exact same thing. He's gonna do it the exact same way. I don't know where I just don't know what team has the ability to have a trade package for Kevin Durant. You guys do though.
You were going to die.
What'd you think? Michael? Would you be willing to give up Chet Holmgren for Kevin Durant?
He's a big Warriors fan, isn't he?
No, Thunder.
Oh. Michael's a big Warriors fan.
Yeah, Michael's a big Warriors fan. He loves Kevin. Like, when Kevin Durant went there, he has been just so thrilled to see Kevin Durant play in a Warriors uniform. To see him win 2 championships, Michael was so thrilled.
The 2022 NBA Draft. The Oklahoma City Thunder select Peyton Watson from UCLA.
Yeah, okay. We are now into the second round of the NBA draft. I don't think we'll be doing it much longer. I think we might go to about the Spurs pick and then call it a night here.
Because we just want to hear where Jalen wins.
I know, we really want to see where Jalen wins. Michael says yes. Hey,
That's all we're here for now. We're just here so we don't get fined.
we're literally just here so we can see Jalen Williams get on the team.
We're here so we don't get fined.
Where is it? Did I ever tell you what I said to Michael on Twitter the other day, Dad? So I posted on my Twitter. I was like, "Golden State Warriors are the 2022 NBA champs," and he was like, "Fake fan." I sent a picture. Curry doing the ring. He's like, "Victim of the moment," and I said, "You've been a victim of this moment for 6 years." That's arguably a top 5 Twitter response for me of all time. He just said, "I'm not Dom." Dom is a fake. If you're calling me a fake Golden State Warriors fan, you need to call Dom a fake Golden State Warriors fan. I'm just a Curry fan. Like, you see what I got on right now? You see my room? Remember when I had Kawhi Leonard on my wall? I'm just saying, we can go back for days. He said gross.
That concludes the first round of the NBA Draft.
Oh wow, picks are gonna start flying because teams only have 2 minutes now.
The second round will be conducted by Brooklyn native and Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you very much.
All right, we're now into round 2. As Indiana is going to be the first team to get a sub started. And Orlando will follow them after taking Paolo Banchero with number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, Malika, Jay hit it right on the head. This is a upside pick, and when you're Denver picking at 30, you can take the risk of taking a player.
Curry fan. Yeah, I'm a Curry fan. I've been one for years. It's the reason I started shooting the three-pointer. So best available is E.J. Lindell at Ohio State, then Kennedy Chandler out of Tennessee, Jaden Hardy, another G League Ignite player, Trevor Neals. I think he has a lot to provide. And then Jalen is in the top 5 of best available. I think I'm living on a prayer. Spurs have picked 38. I'm gonna say there's still a chance. There is still a chance. Kawhi can easily lock up Luka. I mean, Kawhi held Luka back for 2 years. It started in the bubble, and then and then the year after that, like Kawhi. I mean, and then Luka, the first year he doesn't have to play against Kawhi, goes to the Western Conference Finals. Like, is Kawhi and the Clippers really what was stopping Luka? Like, come on now. You can ask my mom and dad, Michael. I don't care if you don't believe me. I've been a Curry fan for years. I don't care what no one says. I don't like. Well, me. I guess you didn't know me whenever I was cheering for Golden State. There's Jay. Jay's now listed on the TV. That's crazy.
I don't see anybody.
On the far right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think there could be a team who's willing to take a chance on Kennedy Chandler. I really like what I saw out of him from this season playing for Tennessee, who was really competitive all season as well. And I'm pretty sure they were one of the teams who were eliminated easily out of the first round, and they were having a super, like, it was one of the upsets where we were like, whoa, that wasn't expected. Victim of the moment. Victim of the moment. Okay, Ray Allen is not the best shooter of all time. Second best. It's Stephen Curry, and then there's no debate. Like, yeah. Ray Allen was super, like, inspirational. Super generational as well. I mean, saved LeBron's legacy. But you're talking about Steph Curry, who's the greatest shooter of all time. Of all time. I don't think why there should be a debate to that. Every time he makes another three-pointer, he continues to rewrite history as that record that he set back in March continues to keep on upping and upping and upping and upping. He's basically breaking the record every time he makes another one.
I just burned Quan.
You burned Quan?
I burned him.
What'd you say?
I burned Quan with his own saying.
Oh, no. Dude, that pick hasn't even happened yet.
I don't know if he's trolling or being for real.
Where do I rank Steph?
The organization is over. He's one of the Twitter people we talk to.
He's that military dude that, the one that, like, has zero cares and just says what he wants.
Yeah. But he was like, this team is over. Like, he's been trolling back and forth all night long. But he was like, this team is over.
I rank Steph in the top 10. And it's solidified after he got his 4th ring. He finally got a finals MVP. The resume is there. 2 MVPs, 1 unanimous. Like, 3-point record. Like, there's literally all statistics that are there. And there's no denying it. Steph is in the top 10. I think on the lower end, though, I don't know if he's better than Kobe. I think I have him at 10 or 9. He's not better than Tim Duncan all time. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought of my top 10 that much. It'd be something I have to sit down and do. My top 4, 1, Michael Jordan, 2, LeBron James, 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and 4, Magic Johnson. I think at 5, you could put maybe Wilt Chamberlain, 6, Bill Russell, 7, I know there's a big debate on who is better all time, Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
It's a super tough debate. I think, and then in my top 10, I think, like I said, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Tim Duncan's in there somewhere, Steph Curry's in there, Kobe Bryant. That's 9 right there I just listed. I don't know who my 10th will be. Maybe Isaiah, I don't know about Isaiah Thomas. I'm not sure, but we'll see, yeah. Michael says Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan again.
Michael, lay off the weed.
As Stephen A. Smith says, Duncan is soft. I think Duncan has 5 championships. Didn't abandon the team that drafted him to join LeBron James for a Mickey Mouse ring in the bubble. And Tim Duncan Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili are the winningest trio of all time with 5 championships. And when you think about it, Tim Duncan also played his whole 19 years without a top 75 player of all time. So what does that say about Tim Duncan? Does that make him top 5? No. I mean, hey. Anthony Davis is nowhere on Tim Duncan's level, nor should never be mentioned in the same category. The only one I'm okay with talking about, and maybe 5 to 6 years, is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is already a Hall of Famer at age 27. His resume has it. Like, 2 MVPs, a champion. I think he has a Defensive Player of the Year too. Like, yet you talk about Steph, because Steph is still something that is going on. What is there to talk about for Tim Duncan right now?
You ran into him at the.
I did run into Tim Duncan one time at SeaWorld.
Multiple times. I met him.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. Mark Tatum.
Thank you for joining us for the second round of the 2022
Jalen Williams.
as we continue to welcome these young men into the NBA family. And remember, every pick matters. For example, this year's back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, was the 41st pick in the 2014 NBA draft. So here we go. With the 31st pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Andrew Nembhard from Aurora, Ontario, and Gonzaga University.
Another zag off the board.
Tim Duncan's braids. I'm looking up right here for you. No, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili are the winningest trio of all time, and they won 575 games, which is an NBA record for any trio, and they won 4 championships. The only trio that has more on us is that Golden State has won more playoff series together, and they've won 20. Spurs have won 19. Or I think they've won 20. Or no, it was 20 finals games they've won. That's what it is. Spurs have won 19 finals games, and the Golden State Warriors have won 20. So, yeah, no. Tony, Timmy, and Manu, winningest trio of all time. Percentage-wise and record-wise. Magic are back on the clock. I think their pick has already been announced via Twitter, but I don't remember who exactly it was. Teams are now only have 2 minutes on the clock as down to the 5-minute mark that we had for the whole first round. So picks are going to start flying and flying and flying, hopefully so they can start finishing this second round up. As we got Stephen A. Smith and Paolo Banchero on the set of the draft. Paolo rocking the purple suit.
Paolo looks like he robbed Prince's estate sale.
Yep.
Purple Rain.
I think Michael is super salty that they drafted Chet over Jabari.
I don't blame him because Chet and what they call them, the Thin Towers.
Poku. We have been live streaming here we are a minute away from 3 hours here live, and it has been just a blast over here. We've had so many people in and out, and I appreciate all of you guys that have been stopping in and chatting. And we still just got a little bit more to go. We are getting towards the end of our live stream after pick 38 because it's already 10:09 here. And tomorrow I start my first day of work, so I kind of need to be ready to go.
Whatever, you don't go until 2 o'clock.
That's also true. But
like you're not going to stay until 2 o'clock talking to your friends.
Facts. Yeah, I agree. Jabari over Chet. I think Jabari Smith is a super modern type of Kevin Durant build and sort of skill set as well. He's a 6'10" big who can shoot the rock from anywhere and over anyone, can handle it, and is a terrific defender as well. He's a shot blocker. I mean, Jabari Smith is everything you want in a top NBA prospect, and he's one of those guys who could come in immediately and make impact. Paulo, I think, could be a good shot blocker. I think he has to work more on his perimeter defense. I do expect him to take a leap, though. I expect him to be a super impactful player as...
The New York Knicks are trading to the Detroit Pistons the draft rights to Jalen Duren, the 13th pick. With the 32nd pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Caleb Houston from Mississauga, Ontario, and the University of Michigan.
I feel like I've heard a little bit about him. Working at Chick-fil-A. Working for God's Chicken, you know what I'm saying?
The Lord's Chicken.
The Lord's Chicken, excuse me. But I'm excited for that. It starts tomorrow. I forgot that Hunter Dickinson is... I don't think he committed because I feel like he'd be a top-end prospect in this draft. Maybe he'll go next year. I'm not sure because I like what he brings. He's big. He's super crucial on the offense because he's a great screen setter. He gets guys open, and he's super physical down low as well. I remember seeing a lot about him during the tournaments and during the regular season as well. Jalen still in the top 5. As we are now 5 picks away from the San Antonio Spurs pick.
And Oklahoma City has one at 34.
Yeah.
Which is what...
Chick-fil-A is the best. And I'm excited to work there. I'm going to eat a lot of it. This is Toronto's only pick of the draft. I'm interested to see where they go here.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, because we got one of their picks, didn't we? Because they made the playoffs.
I think we got their pick we got their first round pick this year because we gave them Thaddeus Young. We got that first round pick, which was protected, and they did make the playoffs, so we did get that pick. 5 guys, very solid.
We saw Scotty Barnes defy assumptions, go from an unexpected pick to the Rookie of the Year last season, the 3rd in franchise history. Vince Carter, our colleague and friend.
I like the young talent that Toronto has. I think Fred VanVleet can still be solid for quite a few years. Siakam had should have been an all-star this season, in my opinion. And now you got the Rookie of the Year and Scotty Barnes. There's a lot to like down there in Toronto. And Precious Achiuwa, who has certainly taken a leap during his sophomore season, expanding his range from beyond the arc and can be a great lob threat. Super physical, as Toronto's clock has now expired. So we're getting closer and closer to pick 34. OKC has the next pick, and then the Spurs pick at 38, and that is where we'll be wrapping up. Toronto was a super surprise team this year. I didn't expect them to be as good as they were, but good for them, man. Toronto is a team I certainly did enjoy whenever DeMar DeRozan was there, and when we got him, I was super happy about it, and then obviously he's now a Chicago Bull. I do miss him, but I am excited for the rebuild future of the San Antonio Spurs. 5 guys is expensive. I wouldn't be surprised to see Trevor Neals go at some point. I think there could be some teams who are looking at him, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Jaden Hardy go as well. Need to post a TikTok. Hey, that's what it's about. You gotta be on that TikTok grind, because anyone can go viral on TikTok. I will take a second as well, because I can take a quick second and be right back. I'll go drop that follow in a second. I will be right back. We are back. No way.
Jalen Williams is about to be
Right down the road.
an Oklahoma City Thunder. Jalen Williams is about to be right down the freaking road.
12 years old still. It seems a lot of development that he could have in the NBA, which is something that
This dude have a tap on his their phone or something?
No, it's Adrian Wojnarowski. So he's literally like the.
He's the insider of the NBA. He knows everything. Pass. I kind of want him to pass so he'll fall. Come on.
A long ways away. I mentioned that he began playing basketball at 12 years old. His journey, Jay, is just so fascinating.
Can't believe that Rim held him.
Yeah, so many guys have had this kind of journey. It's so
Dude,
fun.
Jalen is getting a phone call right now.
They have success in college, which Kristen Coloco did. But you know, playing under Tommy Lloyd, I asked him.
Where's he at?
He's at home.
Oh, he's here?
I think so. I don't think he's there. Is he?
We'll see.
I don't know. Because usually with the second round,
They don't do commissioner stuff.
He's unusual in his defensive ability. A lot of times the guy that size would be talking
Dude.
about shot blocking and his offense.
He's getting a life-changing phone call right now.
But his ability to switch off and move his feet and stay with the guard, you don't see that very often.
Well, and that's what lends in part to that Clint Capella comparison. All right, the next pick is in. We will send it back to the podium.
With the 34th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Jalen Williams from the University of Arkansas.
Jalen Williams from Arkansas. I know on the defensive end of the floor, Jay, he stood out to you.
Well, that's where he really stands out. 6'10", another guy with long arms, but he's a grit and grind big guy. He's got heart, he hustles, he's really smart.
Jalen Williams at 34.
Defense, he led the country, and he took 54 charges this last year. He's just a quick twitch athlete, and he's effective as a roll man in pick and roll action. He's not a shooter. He only shot 24% from three, but he crashes the glass, averaged nearly 10 rebounds per game. He's really what you call a great glue guy, but his defensive instincts are excellent.
Absolutely. The Lakers, they're on the clock now. But I also want to make sure that everyone sticks around because Jaden Ivey, he sat down with our Monica McKnight. Just such a special connection that he has with his mom that we got to share tonight as he was drafted to the NBA.
A lot of people assume coaches are looking at plays on that clipboard.
Just like they assume they can afford great insurance. For surprisingly great rates to fit any budget, call or click to get a quote today.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining back in the stream. Thank you for yeah. My TikTok account does have over 100,000 likes, which I am thrilled about.
Reason?
Really?
Yeah. Through all the videos I made, I got over 100,000 likes.
Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either good. Progress is everything.
They got Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, and Jalen Williams.
They got both Jalen Williams.
That's confusing.
Time to find the video and post it.
There's no way, Chowder.
Only got 60. Hey, here's the thing though. All it takes is one video on TikTok and then you're a sensation. It only takes one.
So it's usually something stupid that you did.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy to see him. I'm about to post the video that he
Somebody
made.
said half this draft is just dudes named Jalen, or Jalen.
Facts.
Yeah.
Rated T for team.
We always believed the welcoming spirit was a small town thing. Turns out,
He's gonna be so close to home.
wherever Jim Beam is welcome,
He'll be welcome too.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself a new
I'm about to buy his jersey ASAP.
only at Papa John's.
Megan was like, yep. Did Michael just post that?
I posted that.
I hear Nick talking though.
Yeah, no, well, Nick filmed that video. I got 2 vids that really blew
Oh,
up.
that one, okay.
One got 100K views with 4K likes, and one got 60. The TikTok algorithm is so, there's no algorithm. If you blow up, you blow up. There's no other way to put it. I've had TikToks that have gotten like 40,000 likes, some that getting like, it just depends. There's literally no way to it. And it's super interesting. Like, all you can do is post a video where you just stand in there and say like one word, and then like you're viral. Like, it doesn't even matter. I don't get why, but hey, it is what it is.
NBA Draft 2022 is presented by State Farm. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by MLB The Show.
That was before he had his hair, man.
I know.
The Los Angeles Lakers, they're on the clock. Remember, they acquired this pick, as first reported by our Adrian Wojnarowski, by the Orlando Magic. That pick is...
What pick was that?
34, yeah, 34. I edit NBA. Hey, that's cool. I have a friend who does that as well.
The Los Angeles Lakers select Max Christie from Michigan State University.
And he's in the stands, hugging his family. He's the first McDonald's All-American to commit to Michigan State since Jerry Jackson Jr. in 2017. Jimmy, what makes him so special?
Another value fit. He's a wiry shoes on that operates very well on the field.
Alright, we are getting down to the final few picks here on tonight's stream. Yeah, TikTok does make no sense. But hey, sometimes whatever happens, happens. What, where Jalen's like, nah, I ain't miss.
Yeah, I'm posting it on my Insta.
Facts. So, yeah, my friend did get drafted. He got drafted to Oklahoma City with the 34th pick. Which is crazy because I live in Arkansas and he will literally be right down the road. So I'm literally going to go see him play. I'm going to buy his jersey. Like, I'm so happy for him.
See all of the details there on the screen. The Trailblazers, they get Jeremy Grant to pair with Damian Lillard, 2022 second round pick. And then you can see all of the picks and then also the cap space. That's a really big deal for the $43 million in cap space that the Detroit Pistons now own.
Absolutely. I mean, and they open it up. You know why? I'm going to go back to it again. DeAndre Ayton. You know, I know Troy Weaver, and I know what he likes, and he's got his eyes on
Did you dunk it?
DeAndre
Or did you
Ayton.
post it?
I posted on my Twitter, yeah?
Yeah.
I tagged him.
And just like that, the pick is in. Let's send it back to the podium once again. Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, take it away.
Hey, yeah, that's great. And I mean, like, all of us at the church.
So they had a watch party at Northside tonight.
Nice. Thank you for that, man. I didn't even get drafted, and I feel like I just did because I'm so happy for him. All of real life needs to pick a day where we all go to Oklahoma
Dallas is
City.
picking Jaden Hardy at 37. Everybody this day was like Jalen, Jaden, and Jalen.
Well, yeah, we need to do the whole real life crew needs to do
Well, y'all are
Oklahoma.
going to buy tickets because now they have Chet Holmgren and we all need to buy tickets too because when Russell Westbrook announces he's going back to OKC.
I know, right?
It's about to be
But like, all of us need to get his jersey, and like, we should go surprise him.
Oh, I need to look up Northside's Instagram and see if they were having a watch party and see if they posted like a reaction.
Yeah.
When he got drafted.
Sacramento Kings, they are now back on the clock, but I do want to go back. Just one of the best moments I thought at the first round was watching Jaden Ivey share his moment with his mother, the hugs that they shared, and he sat down with Armand and that took us.
Cannon. New Thunder fan here, unless he gets traded to the Mavs before the season or something.
Who said that?
Cannon, the girl in the church.
I don't know who that is.
You would
Who's
remember
in
that.
that job, girl? Take some pictures.
I think maybe, I don't know.
I just want to say congratulations on being drafted in the first round. That's crazy. I'm even saying this, just seeing this little boy grow up, wanting to be in the gym all the time, working on his game every single day to become this young man, superstar athlete, and you're about to go crazy in the league. I'm a firm believer that you're really about to take over this league. So I love you. I'm proud of you. It's your time to go crazy.
I love this
You know,
mother.
I'm
She's
always
such a doll.
We have 2 more picks, then we are wrapping it up.
Everything, man. I work day in and day out to just get to this level, and you know, I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you would be the one crying. You weren't stolen, but as you look at your baby achieve his dreams,
Eric Nelson.
how much of an impact?
Wait, who's our other guy that was going to the draft?
I'm speechless almost.
I don't think we had anyone
Yeah,
else.
the senior, the one that was like our go-to shooter that wasn't Jalen.
To be able for him to
Who was our number 1 guy this year
walk on that stage and
in Arkansas?
so joyful. I'm so happy for
Not,
him.
Moses Moody was last year.
No, the guy this year that like did everything.
We didn't really have one guy.
Yeah, they did.
Detroit Pistons. Either one of you can answer as a basketball head coach at Notre Dame, or you can answer for yourself. What can they expect as you join the organization?
To give it my all every single day. I'm gonna work my hardest, you know, to help my team win, and you know, I'm just gonna give it my all.
Congratulations, Jaden. Congratulations, Mom.
Good blow, Will.
Enjoy the rest of the night, you guys.
It is 10:30. We're about to wrap it up. JD Note.
Thank you. Is it even been mentioned?
This Roomba thing is take off.
I haven't set it up. I just have it charged.
After the Spurs pick, we will be wrapping it up. And we had Devo Davis, Chris Likes as well.
No, it was Note.
Yeah, and then Stanley Moutier. I remember him.
I can't believe he went to Oklahoma City. That's wild.
With the 37th pick of the 2022
There's not a
NBA
closed
draft,
place
the
to your.
Sacramento Kings
No, Memphis.
It's essentially a home.
Hardy
Yeah.
from the NBA G League's Team Ignite.
We want to get all together and go get tickets to go watch us like y'all better do something else Westbrook. We were packing the tickets out of the room.
Very cheers. Very cheers.
So you're on the East Coast. One more pick.
I got an invite from Southwest for 5 o'clock. Customer service
Jaden Hardy to Sacramento. Is this pick going to Dallas? I like this pick. I think he's a scorer. He is a bucket getter. I've mentioned a lot about how the G League Ignite team is making great prospects and sending them to the NBA because I think if it continues to develop, that the G League could be a more viable option than potentially college. I mean, we'll see. Like, it's really interesting. So you can go to like Miami and Orlando games, stuff like that. That's cool. I remember living in an NBA city, and it's so fun. Like whenever on game day when the whole town's like ready and we're all wearing our jerseys, it's fun.
This year in the G League, he only shot 35% from the field, 27% from three. This guy he's a flamethrower. He's a
All right, with the last pick of tonight's draft, it will be the San Antonio Spurs. We selected Jeremy Schoen, Malachi Branham, and we also selected Blake Leslie. I'm not really sure what to go here. I'm not sure if we go big. I'm not sure. I think we kind of just go whatever's available to us. I mean,
San Antonio will pick Kennedy Chandler at number 38.
Kennedy Chandler?
And we'll trade him to Memphis. What are we doing?
We got to trade. Kennedy Chandler. Are you going to live tomorrow? No, I won't be going live tomorrow. I have an afternoon shift. My next live stream will unless there's a huge trade that happens in the morning, I'll be going live. I do my best to put out the newest content as soon as possible. June 30th, when free agency day hits, I will be live. I'll be doing a lot of coverage on signings and rumors and stuff like that because I feel like that day is going to be big. It really depends on if some sort of big trade goes down, which is weird because I was expected there to be a lot of trades today, but there hasn't. So.
Kennedy Chandler from the University of Tennessee.
So we're taking Kennedy Chandler and then we're sending him to Memphis. What if we get Danny Green back? What if we get Danny Green back? What if we get Danny Green back for the culture? And then we bring back Patty Mills. I want to know what we got. That is the last pick, but I'm interested to see where this trade goes first, to see what we get in return.
Well, you said that he's small, but look, his watch party is not back-to-back in Memphis, Tennessee, where he is hosting his friends, his family, to share this special moment with him. You can see him there. He's a little bit of a soft-spoken guy, but this is his moment, and he wanted to make sure everyone was there to shine with him. We will have so much more from the NBA draft second round when we continue after this.
Bring back Danny Green for the culture.
If you can choose to time your body with this bar made with almonds, imagine what other kind of choices you can make.
A second round pick in cash.
More bad for Aiden.
Danny Green. Give us Danny Green for the culture.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We are wrapping it up here tonight. We've had so many viewers. We have been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. We had so many people in and out. We had so many great conversations. I got to flex my jerseys. Got to talk about basketball. I got to watch my friend get drafted. Like, so much happened tonight, and I really appreciate to every single one of the people who took a chance and stopped by. We were having 5 viewers consistently, like you joined in from the TikTok. So many people tonight, and I really appreciate that. We're going to be posting we're going to be posting new sports content. We're going to be staying relevant. We have so much in store for what's going to be coming for free agency. If there's trades, we are here for it. So, for the past 3.5 hours, thank you to everyone who has been watching. I thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I had fun as well chatting with you. We had some great conversations. I'll be back here with the newest content as soon as possible, and I'm going to be super relevant over here. So this is just the beginning. We got a lot in store. So thank you to everyone who was watching. Everyone take it easy. Everyone stay safe, and we will be posting soon. And until then, everyone take it easy.